One, oh, I see a Cincho and a Danker here
Already?
already.
Damn.
And what they will be happy to know, if they're still hanging out in chat, and I hope so, is that I fixed Nightbot so they can do all the emojis and all the capital letters they want.
Uh,
As
we've
Cincho
noticed
was
that
doing.
you're missing ads management panel. We have this panel. Okay. Shall I add the ads management?
Sure. I don't know if that'll do anything while we're
Whatever.
currently live.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Cool. Well, they are here already. Good work.
Yes, very, very happy about that.
Some people are eager.
Yes. I'm just
Why
glad that
can't, why
the
can't I pop?
why can't you what?
Why can't I pop the chat out anymore?
That I don't
What?
know.
Oh, screw off,
I didn't
Twitch.
do
Why
that
have you?
one.
No, I'm not. No, it's just they've
No,
probably
it's
updated
not
this.
me. It ain't me, Chief. Nana, hello, Nana.
Yeah,
How
I used to be
is?
able to pop chat out. Why can't I do that anymore?
I don't know if chat wants you to pop them. They're not cat ears, they're fox ears because Fox McCloud. But they do look like cat ears, I'm aware. At least I didn't get the light up ones. Ah. Pete, have you
I'm not really
frozen?
gonna.
Or are you just.
No, I'm just working.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out how to pop this crap in chat out now, though.
Yeah, that's really weird.
That's-
That's weird. Chat, can you hear us okay? Because I messed with levels, which is always dangerous, as we know.
Yes.
And when we get a rolling, I am going to attempt to open a bottle of wine, corked bottle, well, of sparkling wine, um,
Oh Christ.
which is probably going to be a disaster, knowing me. I'm not good at opening them, but yeah. And tomorrow I'm going to get a haircut, which I'm glad about. What is going on, Pete? Oh, because you need a
Mm.
haircut. Oh, you got a haircut. You got a
Yes,
haircut.
I did.
You got a
It's
few
part
of
of my
them
job.
cut.
Quite a few. I was like a hair helmet.
Yeah. Catley, I like that. uh, but it looks very good, Pete.
Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah. What did they say? You got your ears lowered? Isn't that the.
That is correct. Yeah, that is the English vernacular of "you got a haircut."
I saw that the other day somewhere, and I was like, oh, I like that. That's funny. I don't know what it means, but I like it. uh, but, chat, how are you doing out there in Never Never Land before we get this started? Uh, and if you want to spam the chat with emojis in capital letters, all caps locks, you can try it and see what Nightbot does. I put Nightbot in the corner.
There we go.
Yay.
Finally. They oh my god, they've really made it difficult these days. You
Is
have to
that.
actually go into a sub menu to do it.
That's stupid. Are you on the desktop then? Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing? Right.
yeah.
That's cray cray, is what that is.
It's no, it's just crap. That's what it is.
No, it says it have been good. I think he means I have been good. Uh,
I'm sure it has. Yeah,
I've done F all this weekend besides watch Game Blast 24. Lol.
nice.
We'll get into what I was up to this weekend. Cincho says I'm hooked on Balatro. Did I say that right? Balatro.
Mm.
I assume it's a fighting game if it's Cincho. Cincho is a fighting
He
game.
doesn't always play fighting games.
He clearly does. Also, Capcom Cup is going on, so
Now I
I'm
got
living
that
the
one.
dream. Yeah.
I got that one. I need to catch up on so much stuff. I don't want to know what's going on. Yeah, see, he plays tons of indies.
Look, you got to use caps, Sincho.
Uh-oh.
Yay! Caps is working. Emojis is working. Oh, Dinker says, oh, it's done that thing again of not refreshing when it went live. Yeah, it does that to me too.
Oh, a deck building roguelike. Oh.
When a certain somebody goes live, I have to refresh it. Oh, deck builder. Oh, deck building roguelike. Wait a minute. I think I saw a video for that. Trailer. That's the word. Trailer.
Are you honestly like Ultron? Oh, children, I forgot the word.
Yes. I've had a very long weekend, which again, we'll get into that in a bit. Yes, okay, that is the one I saw. Yes, Sincho, it's based on poker rules, and I don't even like those, but it's too good to pass. Yes.
I like poker.
You would probably like this game. I saw the trailer for it on Tuesday night gaming chat with certain somebody that's not here.
It's got, but it's two things that I don't particularly enjoy. Deck builders, roguelikes.
Oh, look, he's there! Yay! Woo!
Yeah. Cardi, you gotta remember if people were lurking. They might have been. Hi, Max.
Yes. That's true. But yeah, it looked very, like it's very poker influenced. So
it sounds cool, but yeah, it's just the whole idea of oh crap, like roguelike, deck builder, two things that are not particularly fussed.
Deck. That's the word you keep saying. So
I see all and know all, Nana. I see all. But I shall be back.
Yeah, so this is a fancy bottle. Again, gifted to me in exchange for some work I did. Sometimes I work on, what is that called? Barter system. Sancho says, oh man, okay, there's an ad break. Until it's not, and you completely break the game and getting millions of chips on a hand. See, I think that might be fun. Pete would like that. Ooh, yeah. Nana, if you could do that poll, that's a good poll. That would be good. If Nana can hear me, I hope so. And Brentamente. I'm still learning how these ad breaks work, so I'm hoping people can hear me. I don't know.
I can hear you.
Let's see. That's like not liking pizza or ice cream.
Incorrect.
Here's a weird thing about that. Cincha's like, if you don't like all card games, WTF. In Texas, I didn't like pizza or ice cream, but there is a reason why. Brent says, it says ad break, but I don't see an ad. Okay, well, good.
Suspended.
Oh, did you suspend it?
It was suspended for about 32 minutes, I think.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Right, I'm just running. Sorry, I'm still got my camera off because I'm still running tests in the background.
I think Cincho's loving that he can use the caps lock. So I'll fight you, Pete. Okay, only virtually though. So I'm gonna attempt to open this. This is a sparkling wine because it's not from the region of Champagne, so I can't call it champagne. But it is from France. And
you missed the perfect opportunity there for a reference.
What's that?
To call it champagne.
Oh, champagne! That's right. Oh, yes, I should have.
You're the worst Zap Brannigan ever.
It's real velour.
He is the best character, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to open this. Guys, I've maybe opened 2 corked bottles in my life. I usually have a person that does it for me. Not really. Max says, always love a good bottle of champagne. There must be an easier way. Yes, buy cheaper bottles. This better taste like gold for all this work I'm putting into it. was fun content, folks. Me opening a bottle of champagne. It's probably gonna splash everywhere anyway. Since it says champ again. Yes. See, we went live a bit earlier than normal.
Well, at our normal time, it's just
This
the
is our
last
normal.
few weeks have
Oh,
been later.
I don't have to use a thingy. Oh, I'm very happy. Okay.
What, you mean a corkscrew?
That thing. It might be loud. Brent says trombone champagne.
What?
Oh. Did the pop come
Just
through?
make sure, yeah, just make sure it doesn't fizz up.
It doesn't.
Thank God. That'd be ruining that PC of yours. Otherwise.
I know. Well, a keyboard. Which is probably as much as most people's PCs. Woo! Alright. This one's for Cynthia. And then we'll wait for... Can you see it? It's...
I can.
You see the little
I can.
The booblies.
Buble.
The booblies. The Michael Bublé's in my... in my wine goblet. But yeah, we'll wait a little bit longer for chat because it is a bit earlier than it has been the last few weeks.
Yeah, a little bit earlier.
I'm tired of my hair. Hold on. So yeah, tomorrow I'm getting my hair cut. Oh, there. That's better.
Oh, did you get some posts this week from me?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay,
I did.
cool.
Yes.
Wow, that turned around quicker than your parcel to me.
Yes. Oh, and get this. Overlord Mike's stuff got sent back to me. So now I have to send it back to him. And I haven't messaged him, and I need to. Mike Tindo, good evening. How are you tonight? Well, I can't speak for Pete, but I'm pretty dang good. About to be better.
I'm all right. Whilst we're in the pre-stream, I'll talk about something I did today.
Yes, do that.
I went to the cinema.
Did you really?
I did.
I can't even guess what you saw.
I saw Bob Marley, One Love.
I actually didn't know that was out yet. How was it?
Surprisingly decent.
Okay, Max, we'll be here when you get back.
Cool, no worries. Yeah, it was. I had absolutely no interest in it before watching the film. Rachel wanted to go. I thought, hey, why not? Let's go out and see it. It's quite interesting because it's not your typical biopic where it just focuses on certain elements of their life and sort of haphazardly splashes them together.
Right, okay.
It focuses solely on the last couple of years of his life and specifically the Exodus album.
Right. That's cool. A new kind of take on it.
Yeah, it was different and it was really well acted, actually. The guy who plays Bob Marley, I can't remember his name. Wow, it is spot on.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It's a really good portrayal of him, actually. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, let's say. Considering that, like I said, absolutely no interest going into it, I was just like, this is an enjoyable hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool. I am curious. I do want to see it.
I'd go and see it. It was worth it.
Yeah, I might wait till it's, streamable.
I mean, if you mean what I think you mean, then yeah, it might be available.
We'll be talking about pirates a little bit later.
I'm sure we will.
Stay tuned for that.
Just remember, you wouldn't download a car.
You wouldn't download a car, would you?
You clearly don't know what I'm referencing, do you?
Well, my mind immediately went to IT crowd.
Well, that's the utter piss take of what we used to get on DVDs over here.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like it where he said something about the policeman's hat, and you wouldn't take a dump in the policeman's hat and then give it to his grieving widow.
Yeah, that's where the joke comes from, is that you wouldn't download a car, so why would you download a movie, basically, sort of thing.
Yes.
And it has iconically bad music.
Yes. Ooh, Brent said my Jamaica-style jerk chicken with peas and rice didn't turn out too well for lunch, however. What?
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Banker's
I...
comment.
Yes, that track was a bit prawn sounding.
Oh yes, we can't actually say that
No,
word on Twitch.
they say prawn.
It was a bit prawn sandwich.
Jerk chicken and prawn sandwich. We're a food podcast, people.
I had barbecue chicken pizza.
Oh, very nice.
It was good.
I had lamb steaks, vegetables.
Very nice.
I lift weights. I don't eat deep fun stuff.
Well, I was going to say my dinner yesterday consisted of a whole rack of pork ribs.
Nice.
And then hit the gym this morning.
And it what this morning?
And I hit the gym this morning.
Ooh, nice. Very good. Very good. Centro says, yesterday when I was in the city, I saw a shop called Stern Handy Store. Not kidding. Oh, get this over here in Puntastic Belfast. This is not a joke. We have a dog grooming place here, and it is called Doggy Style.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Brilliant.
I love Doggy Style. That cannot be clipped.
That will be clipped.
Mike says, fellow Thigh Man, we are in good company tonight. They're talking about chicken, but also, yes, thighs are the best.
I'm a breast man myself.
Oh, Citro says, handy means cell phone over here. Interesting. Mike says, the thicker the better.
Oh, nice. There is currently a poll in the chat for card game genres. Yay or nay?
Ooh, yes. Let's see how that goes, y'all. Vote. Vote like your life depends on it.
Get a voting. Remember, this could be the most important vote of your life.
That's right.
Isn't that what they say after every election? Or at every election?
Yeah, it is, yeah. And yes, it is correct. Thank you, Dinker, for that poll suggestion.
Good.
Yeah. Drinking Chapagan fast is a fun way to get burps, which is great for a live show.
It's also a fun way to get absolutely trashed very quickly.
No, not me. Never.
Well, when I was 17, that's what I did.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, it was good 17.
Fun. This is for later. And no, it is not vodka.
Or so you say.
Or so I say. Yeah. So it just says, I'll fight everyone voting nay in some fighting game.
I'm hoping to buy Tekken at some point soon, or however you pronounce it. It's Tekken or Tekken. I don't know. Tekken. I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Hello, Max is back.
Hello.
Hello, Clarice.
I made a Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Rams. Yes.
Silence of the Rams. Yeah, I mean, accurate. A reference at work the other day, and someone didn't get it, and I'm like,
oh no, were they like 20?
I think so.
Well, they need to watch it.
I did tell them they have to.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually about to start my 7th rewatch of Hannibal, the TV series.
Good God.
I just really like it. I like it a lot.
I've had nothing to watch recently. Nobody's. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I powered through it within 2 days. Mm-hmm. I'm not joking. Reacher season 2.
Okay, well, do you like it then?
Holy crap, is it good?
Oh, very good, very good.
Well, I really liked the first season. It's not as good as the first season, but it's still really good.
Right.
Highly recommend.
I might try it. See if I max it.
The main actor, Alan Ritchson, he'd be perfect as a new Batman.
Ooh.
He is a built-ass mofo.
Very cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. and see that. Sintra says, I dropped Tekken because of the DXGI issues. They drive me nuts. Did I
Is
say
that
that?
DirectX issue? I can't remember. I can't remember if there's anything going. Basically, game randomly crashes for no apparent reason. Seems to be some UE5 issues
Oh,
for
yeah.
older GPUs. Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that
Yeah,
would
if I'm
annoy me.
buying, problem is if I'm buying it, I'm buying on PC. So because I am not paying for PS Plus,
Yes.
screw off.
Um,
I'm not buying it on Xbox either.
right. I wonder if it'll come to Game Pass.
It might do in about a year.
Yes. PC is greater than all. Brent says, speaking of voting, yesterday was the South Carolina primary, so that was interesting. We don't do politics as a rule, but it is good that people go out and vote. I don't care what you vote for, just do it. Or don't. You can also not vote. Not voting
That
is
is
also
your
voting.
that is your right.
Yep.
You have a right to vote, not vote, or vote who you like, or what party you
And
don't like.
I have a right to fight for my right to party.
Okay.
Yes. That's the Beastie Boys song.
No,
It
really.
is. And Mag says I vote for yay on card games. It does look like the yays are winning. Oh, somebody slipped in there with a little neigh, a little horsey neigh.
Okay.
Danker says UK government made it. No, I can cuss now. UK government made it damn more difficult to get a say with the ID requirement.
Yes, but so it should.
But that's for a political podcast called
It should be, but
Kylie and
actually,
Pete
like,
Don't Ever Talk About Politics.
no, I'm not gonna look. This is the only time I'm gonna verge into politics here. People should have ID to vote because that's how you get some crazy manipulation.
Yes, Brent says it was more of a reminder. It's an election year here in the U.S. Very true. But I know not to mention anything specific. Yeah, don't worry. Brent, you're fine. You're fine. But it is a good reminder. Yes, if you're in the U.S., go vote. Vote early and vote often. I love that when people say that.
Oh God, I'm pretty sure someone has made a political figures Mugen fighting game.
Oh, probably. Yeah, there should be a politics fighting game. There was this weird like boxy game where they could put in mods and they
Hmm.
would put like Trump and Obama and all of them and like they modded it and stuff. So
That's what I mean. It's like Mugen, as I
okay,
call
maybe
it.
it's not. Yeah. But Pete, if you want, we can go ahead and start this show.
We shall. Do you want to
Uh
just catch these last two comments before we do?
yeah, and are we closing out the poll?
Keep it going for a minute. Keep it
Okay.
going.
We'll keep that going. Uh oh my goodness. I love Surgeon Simulator Tanker. I love Surgeons. No, I love Surgeon Simulator videos. I love to
Yeah,
watch other people playing it. I would
me
probably
too.
like playing it with like a group of people, especially if I've been drinking. That's probably the best game ever. But it's one of the funnest games to watch. Let's Players. One of the
No,
first
honestly,
games I ever
best
watched.
best drinking game, Mashed on the PS2.
Mashed?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's basically to some degree, spiritual successor to Micro Machines.
I love Micro Machines.
So it's just basically
Oh, does it
racing
have
cars.
like with big furniture and big?
No, it's actually like life, like proper sized on
Right,
real track, like kind of real tracks, but it's the same point structure, or the
right.
same game style as Micro Machines.
I mean, I did like Micro Machines racing mechanics, so
Yeah, so it's essentially similar to that.
yeah. Mike Tindo says, make way. Centra says, I love when they mess up and just put the hand on the patient and say, shush. Exactly. I love all the Let's Players. They're so good.
Your
Insurgents.
mic does keep cutting out for some reason.
I don't know why. Chad, I
Just make sure
apologize.
you're not sitting on your cable.
I'm not. Is this better?
Yes, but you might need to turn your gain down slightly.
Is this better?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
That's turning your gain down, I guess.
Yes. I
Move it
worked
away
on
from my
that.
face.
I worked on that all week. Uh, Mike says I can hear Kylie fine. Max says, "Is it? It's not been cutting out on here, so that's good. If it's not
That's
cutting,
fine, but it
but I know on
obviously
the
is on
recording,
my
it's
side, so on the
yeah.
recording it will come up really funky.
Play that
So yeah.
funky music, white boy. Let's start the
All
show.
right, shall we go? Shall we
Yes.
go? All
Yes.
right, cool. I'm recording, so 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio, episode 190. And I did forget the word podcast, but it doesn't matter. You know it's a podcast because that's why you're listening to it on all the available podcast places that you can get podcasts. How many times can I say the word podcast, Pete? Take
Podcast.
I'm your co-host, Kylie Wilde, and I am joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett.
Podcast. Oh wait, I got the wrong assignment. Hello.
Maybe that's the title of this episode. It's just a podcast.
Maybe
Podcast
there might be something
podcast.
else later.
Yeah. But yes, we have a very, very exciting show for you today. It is one of our news episodes, which our wonderful, beautiful, fabulous audience loves and adores. And guess what? So do I. So, I don't know why that's a bad thing, but okay.
But we have got a lot to discuss before that as well.
Oh, yes. No, we have a lot to discuss. Oh, we have a lot to talk about, which is good because it's a podcast.
Yes. And I'm gonna break with conventions this week. I want you to go first when we're talking about what we've been playing.
Oh my goodness, I go first? Okay.
Yes.
That's kind of throwing me off a bit, but we will do that because we just adapt and what's that guy, Bear Grylls? Adapt and overcome.
Yes.
We have a poll going in our chat, which you can come check us out over at twitch.tv/rapid reviews, and you can see the polls for yourself. The current poll is card game genres, yay or nay, and the yays have it with 67% against 33% of the nays. So, card game genres, they're still a thing. People love them. It's crazy because they are very highly reviewed, if you've noticed that, Pete.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
we might get into something that, roguelike games as well.
Yes.
They seem to be reviewed very well, but they're also quite abundant. We'll talk about that later.
Yes. We have a lot coming up. There's a lot of foreshadowing at this part because Pete said for me to go first. I can't actually, I could talk about what I've been playing this week, but I'll just say the same thing here in a few minutes. So we're going to keep that to myself. But I did want to say that this week I watched Mags, who otherwise known as Middle-Aged Gamer Guy from UK, who's in our chat. Also follow him on Twitch. But he played Skull and Bones. Now, this is a funny thing. Skull and Bones has a history on this show. Because there are 3 games that I have stated will never come out. The first one is that time thingy, that one that you want, Pete.
Time Splitters, which is true.
Never coming out.
It's never coming out.
No. The second one is Black and White 2.
It's never coming out.
The third one was Skull and Bones. It's never coming
It
out.
actually appeared. It sailed the high seas to finally appear. Like a ghost ship.
But the funny thing is, Max opened his case. Guess what, Pete? Your favorite thing? No game inside.
Ooh. Case and code.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So it doesn't exist, at least in the physical form.
Screw you, Ubisoft.
But
Ubisoft, whatever.
And then to top it off, which was even funnier, proving that this game does not exist in this reality, but must in some other reality, and is crossing over because he got like a free outfit thing, redeem code. Mm-hmm. Went to redeem it, didn't work.
Really excelling there at that one, Ubisoft. Well done.
They're so good. But so I ended up watching roughly 2 hours gameplay, 2.5 hours or whatever. When it was reviewed when it came out, it was oh yeah, and he did eventually get the right code and got the stuff, which was good. But when it was initially reviewed, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, specifically Max, I believe it came out at a 6.5, which is higher than Suicide Squad, which we are going to talk about in a bit. And then after that, it came out, and I think IGN gave it a 7, I believe. But then somebody gave it a 4. I can't remember who reviewed it as a 4. Now, this game has theoretically been in development. GameSpot gave it a 4. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you, Max. This game has been in development theoretically for what, 6 years, roughly?
No. It was announced 7 years ago.
Okay.
So that means it was been in development for a little bit longer than that.
It would have been, yeah, exactly. Watching...
Call it 10 years.
Okay, that'll work. Watching Max play it, I was disappointed in several things right off the bat. I mean, it is definitely they're reusing assets and they're reusing code from like Black Flag and other Assassin's Creed games. So the people models look okay, but they still look a little bit old, a little bit dated, just a little bit, by about 2 or 3 years. The ships move like cars. They weren't very realistic. It was very fast. But that's fine, whatever. But here's the thing, which will... Yeah, sorry, since you're on talking about Skull and Bones, that's my fault. I should have said that. But it doesn't exist. We did. So, doesn't exist. Here's the thing that actually truly bothered me and may keep me from playing this game that doesn't exist. When you went to gather resources, you just floated up to the island and clicked on it and did like a little bit of a mini game, if you could call it that. It was more like a quick time event. And you harvested the supplies, and then like after you board a ship or whatever and decimate it, you just click on the things in the ocean and you get it. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of gameplay. Really, yeah, exactly. Now, again, this is as an observation. This is not me playing it. So take that for what it is. But watching Let's Players is my thing, and that's what gets me to go buy games and go play games. I have no intention of purchasing this in its current form. And guess what, Pete? It's live service.
Oh, I know it is. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts talking about this game and how pretty bad it is.
Yeah. So I can't, for me as an observer, I can't say it's a 6.5, but we'll talk about more on that. What counts as a 6.5 later. And then outside of that, I did start the Final Fantasy VII DLC Power Wash Simulator maps.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that you were playing that the other day.
Yeah, I didn't like it as much. But you know, it's fun. It's free. You know, I can't complain about it.
Because it's Square Enix published, isn't it? So
exactly.
They give those for free.
Exactly. But I will save the rest of what happens over the weekend for later, and I'll throw this back over to Pete at the studio.
You sure you don't want to talk about Suicide Squad a bit more?
But I do. But it's coming up later.
Oh, yes, of course.
Is that your tease to the audience?
No. Yes. Because I was actually going to say that this week I have played quite a few games.
Yes, you have.
One of them being about 20 minutes of Suicide Squad.
Yes. Which, we can talk about that part now, or you can save it for later. We'll fit.
I might save it for a bit.
Okay.
I'll save that until later.
All right. Well, so Pete has been keeping some secrets from me, because sometimes he does that for fun. So Pete, what?
Sometimes.
Pete, what have you been playing?
So yesterday I jumped back into playing some Rocket League with a few mates. So something we generally play quite frequently, and still enjoy that game. It's good fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's all fun. Yeah, I enjoy it.
What the main things that I've been playing is I've gone back to 2 games this week.
Right.
One that I haven't played since 2022, but I'll get to that in a bit. And the other one was because I didn't get a full completion on the save file.
Oh.
I went back and grinded the heck out of playing Super Mario RPG Remake.
You didn't get a full completion, so she went and grinded. Yes, I
Right.
think I think that's
I'm
what
a
you should do.
tryhard.
I think that's what you should always do, Pete. But yes, so how did it go?
Yeah. So those who listen to the spoiler special will know that Culex, the secret boss in that game that you can face
Yes.
twice,
Yes.
was completely kicking my ass in 3D.
Oh goodness.
So I went back and power leveled for a bit and took several attempts at trying to beat him.
Right, okay, and how
And
did that go?
I finally did it. It took me 27 attempts.
27?
27.
Did you get any kind of like special achievement for doing that?
No, it just says that you can go back and fight him again and try and do it in
You
less
know what?
attempts.
I think you deserve a Chivo. You got ta-ching! Pete got a rapper reviews Chivo. I need to make a graphic for
You
that.
probably should. Yeah, it was hell on earth because that boss is so tough.
That's
But
crazy.
it is a secret boss for a reason, and it
Okay,
is the fact that you have to face him a second time, so he's even harder the second time round.
can we talk about it, or do you want it because it's a secret boss? Do you want to? Is that spoilers
Oh,
ahoy?
look, the game's been out for 20 something years. It
Well,
was
okay,
in there, and
okay.
the remake's been out for a fair few months now. So
I guess that makes sense.
yes.
What was the strategy that won you this?
So it was a lot of management, let's just say. So essentially, what happens is he'll start out and he'll drain your party to basically 1 HP
Right.
on
Okay.
the first turn.
Yes.
So and then he counts down every five or six turns and
Yes.
does an unblockable move every single time.
You're getting
So
congrats in chat, by the way.
I've seen, but I
When I
don't
do
want
this.
congrats. I just want to talk about this because this is ridiculous and
Well,
kicks
I
my
said
ass every
congrats
time.
too, Pete.
Thanks. So yeah, 5 or 6 turns he'll do Meteor, which is basically an unblockable move. The first time it will drain you to 1 HP.
Yes.
This every other time after that, it's an instant KO, basically.
Right.
So long as you haven't changed your party members. So there's a lot of management about making sure that your party is buffed. So you've got
Right.
to apply attack buffs, defense buffs. He also has 4 companions with him, which are crystals, which are elemental crystals.
All right. Okay.
And yeah, so you're having to essentially deal with their damage at the same time.
This is vaguely similar to a Final Fantasy fight. I want to say Final Fantasy 3/6.
Probably
Uh,
6.
yeah. Well, I mean, the American numbering called it
Yeah,
3, but it's 6.
it would be, it's still
Yeah.
6. Like
Exactly.
convention states that it now everyone knows it as 6. So it is very similar to that, to a sort of fight like that. It's a very old school fight. So
Right.
um luckily enough, one of the items that you get in there, you pick up does if you had the attack buff, does 300 damage on
Woo.
all
Nice.
members,
Oh
all
God, nice.
enemies.
Yeah.
So used a
Nice
couple
of
of
you.
those. Well, basically the best thing to do is to just full on attack Carlex himself and just
Right.
go for it. Because if you manage to do moves that attack all of the party, then you'll eventually grind them all down, which is
Right.
good.
Yes.
Um, so eventually the crystals go down, and they will apply like a buff to each of the other crystals. But once all of those go down, it makes the fight so much easier because the unblockable move that he does becomes a blockable move.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's one of the ones that you can then you can button prompt to then take 0 damage.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But if you get hit by it, it's 9,999 health, which is more health than anyone has in the entire game.
Yes. That is
But it
definitely a
only
Final
attacks
Fantasy move.
one of your party members rather than all
Right.
3. But like
Right.
I said, it is able to be blocked, so you can button prompt it. So it does make the fight a little bit easier after that. But oh boy, it took me a few hours, and I had to hit max level just to do it. But Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, I got through it. Thank God.
That's excellent. Well, chat is just congratulating you up the wazoo. So take it.
Well, apart from Centro saying he needed 27 attempts.
Well, yeah, but you only needed one to win.
Yeah, but the annoying thing is, right, is that sometimes the strategy doesn't quite work out because he'll do his opening gambit move and then one of his crystals will attack you first. And it's
Right.
like, but that doesn't always happen. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's
oh
random.
Christ. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
very weird. So
Yeah.
sometimes I was going down by having 3 party members down
Yeah.
straight away. And it's like, yeah, this is an unwinnable fight at this point.
Well, yeah, Danker says, well, it's square, so the similarities are spot on. Absolutely, yeah. Sometimes I forget that.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it is an old Square game, so
Yeah.
it's just been remade for modern audience.
Pete's favorite
Not
thing.
like that.
But,
Anyway,
yes. So what else you
so
been playing, Pete?
the,
We froze. Hold on just a second. I'm sure we're still up.
I think I can hear you at least anyway, but
Okay.
I just can't see you.
That's all right.
What the hell happened there?
Discord restarted out of nowhere.
Uh,
So
okay,
that's fun.
brilliant.
Yeah. Chad, I don't know if you're still with us. I
Yeah,
hope so.
we are. Yeah, they are. I can see it. It's good.
Okay.
So, yeah, I might have picked a code up for this particular game. Like I
Okay.
said, it's a game that I haven't played since 2022, and it is a game that I stated I didn't particularly like.
Yes.
Splatoon 3.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
So, for anyone who lives under a rock, Splatoon 3's recent DLC Side Orders has just come out,
Right.
and
Okay.
I am currently in the process of reviewing it for rapid reviews.
So it was
So, I
you that
won't.
got it.
It was. So, I won't
Oh.
go too much into details because I want you to check out the written
Yes.
review for it. But essentially, what it is that this is pack number 2 of the 2 that you get as part of the expansion. Pack 1 was basically a retooling of or a remake of Inkopolis, which is the original location from Splatoon 1.
Oh, right. Okay. Which you should
Not
love.
nice to have that back, to be
Yeah.
honest, but I have thoughts, and I'll save those full thoughts for
Please
the
save those.
review.
Yes.
But the majority of what I've been doing is I've been playing through Side Orders, which is essentially a roguelite um, tower defense, or say tower defense. It's basically it is a roguelite where you go up a tower. It's got a story element to it, but you obviously get different buffs and all that every time you go through. So if you are unsuccessful in a run, you'll take some money away. You can permanently upgrade your stuff,
Right.
and you got about 30 floors to go through.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
it can be challenging, and you have different ways to make it easier, medium, harder.
Yeah.
There are 4 different levels of difficulty because you get branching paths basically the way that you can do it. Um, the story is that this is actually off the back of the final Splatfest from Splatoon 2, where
Right.
the
Okay.
final Splatfest was Order versus Chaos.
Right.
Chaos won, so one of the hosts from Splatoon 2 creates a VR world, and Order manages to take control of it. So you have to go and try and reclaim control.
Right. Okay.
So they live at the top of the tower, and you have to go through and fight hordes of enemies basically whilst doing different objectives. So one of them might be a control the area, so splat the area, and then you have to control it for a certain amount of time. One of them might be moving something across the map, or fighting off hordes of enemies basically. Um, I'm not going to give away what I truly think about
Yeah.
this
Don't
game
do
in
that.
full thoughts, but to say that I'm not enamored with this game would be an
Mm.
understatement.
Right. Well, Mike Tendo is playing it as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot of lore at least, and it's quite all right, I guess, but it's just I'm not overly enjoying the general gameplay of it.
Right.
It's
Okay.
single player only, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just
That's weird though for a Splatoon game, isn't it?
No, because Splatoon 2's Octo expansion also had a single player mode to it.
Right, okay.
So it's kind of the norm, really. But yeah, I'll go into it in full thoughts. But yeah, I check back in a few weeks because I'll talk more about it once the reviews are actually fully written and posted. It should be hopefully live next week.
Excellent. Sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to it. Because Pete has talked about Splatoon many a times
Yeah.
on this show. I'm gonna sit on this
So
game. Yes.
as a result of that, obviously, I did get the full game with it as
Mm-hmm.
well to play this. So I did go back and play a couple of games. I did some Salmon Run as well. Salmon Run is still a hell of a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. That's basically the horde mode.
Mm.
Um, and my God, is the main game still exactly the same as what it was before? It's still relatively fun, but I think that they have changed some of the balancing on some of the weapons over the time, which is good because I
Right.
felt some weapons weren't very good. Um, and they've added some new maps to it since I've played it last, but it's still not overly enjoyable to me. Not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. That is what we do when we review.
Yep.
You can't like all of them.
Splatoon 2 is still my preferred game
Right.
out of the three games.
Right. Yeah, so what else you been playing, Pete? Anything else?
Well, that is it. That's
That's
basically all for my week. But there's
that's
a
quite
lot
a
there.
bit. Yeah, I was gonna say. Uh but that means it's time to get to the meat and cheese of this sandwich. This
Hmm.
gaming sandwich.
Would you say that that was a bit of a fish bait?
Oh, yes. And now I'm toasted. So but we have a lot of news to cover because it's been a pretty news crazy week. Um,
Hmm.
Probably won't be a lot of surprises, but at least we'll get a good discussion out of it. So,
We
Pete,
shall.
yeah, why don't you crack on and tell us
Hmm.
about some stuff because I got a lot to
Okay.
say about one of
Well,
these things.
let's cover the first thing that we probably don't seem to either one of us will probably care about as much. No lie.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
offense to all
Sorry,
those
because
who
I
might
know
like this game.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one person in chat that likes this game.
Elden Ring's first expansion trailer confirms June release date, which is called Shadow of the Erd Tree.
What a name.
Yes. Did you see the trailer?
I didn't see the trailer because I have zero interest in Elden
Neither did I, because I have zero interest in it either.
Ring.
After
And,
playing what was it, Lies of P earlier last year,
well,
didn't realize that Soulsborns probably aren't my kind of game, so just went, "Meh."
but it's funny you say that. Lies of P was one of the very first games I ever watched Max play.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I thought, I don't like Soulsborne games. We know this. Pete and I have established
Hmm.
this. I would play Lies of P, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Elden Ring.
But that's the
Uh,
difference. Is actually watching one is different to actually playing one, and I just
that's fair. I do think that's
every time I watch a Soulsborne, I'm like, this looks cool. I think I would like to play this, and then I went and played Lies of P, and I went, yep, Soulsborns aren't for me. Cool.
fair. Well, Max has seen the trailer. Has anybody else in chat seen the trailer? Because I did not.
Yeah,
And
I did
I'll tell
not
you,
even.
this is how out of touch with Elden Ring I am. I thought it was a sequel. I did not realize it was DLC. Put it that
Yeah,
way,
it's an
people.
expansion.
That's crazy. When did it come out?
2023, 2022,
I think it's 2022.
2022. Yeah, it wasn't last year.
And here's me still waiting for a Red Dead Redemption DLC.
Yeah.
February of 2022 is when it came
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
So that's quite untypical for a DLC to drop or an expansion. Okay, that's what we need to talk about, Pete. It's an expansion. And it is an expensive expansion. And I know you're about to read about to our wonderful viewers and listeners about that, aren't
Mm,
you?
I might. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
We'll
cut Pete
cover the
off.
brief.
I
We'll cover the
interrupted Pete.
brief. It's fine. So anyway, you can check the sources after the fact. I'll add these in. So Bandai Namco and From Software released a debut trailer for Elden Ring's new expansion, Shadow of the Erdtree. It's due for release 21st of June 2024 for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and PC via Steam. So players will require the base game to play it, and pre-orders are currently available for it, and it is going to cost the costly sum of 35 quid.
Now, chat, I want to know. Let's say this was an expansion. I almost said extension. Same thing. An expansion of a game series that you do love. Would you pay 35, 40 quid for that expansion?
Did you pay that for Destiny expansions?
Not 40 quid, I didn't, because I'm a cheapskate.
But
But
would you?
at the height of it, that's a good question, Pete. And you know what? I probably would have. At the height of my interest, I
probably would have done as well. I think not Lightfall, was it? The one that was before Lightfall.
Yeah, because Lightfall was when it started
Which
to go.
was it? Witch Queen? Or?
It was the Witch Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, that I probably would have paid for.
Yeah.
But it was on Game Pass, so I didn't have to.
Yeah.
So it's good. So I am not even going to try and pronounce this half of this stuff. This is ridiculous.
Wait, I'm going to ask Nana. Nana, do you want to do a poll? If you feel like it, do a poll. See if people would pay 40 quid for an expansion to their favorite game series. Yes or no? And
Okay,
we'll put it on the Spotify too.
Yes, we shall. So, I was going to read the synopsis for this, but I'm not even going to attempt to it because it will mean absolutely nothing to people who've not played Elden Ring, probably. So, no point. I'm not going to understand it anyway. But what I will go through is the additions for this.
Right, okay.
Which is interesting because you have the base edition, which is Shadow of the Erdtree, the standard version of the expansion available digitally on all platforms.
Okay.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree Edition special package bundle includes Elden Ring base game, the disc, and the expansion digital. Physical retail versions are available via PS5 and Xbox S and X, available digitally on all platforms. However, there's a premium edition.
Ooh.
The premium edition includes the expansion and comes along with a digital art book, digital soundtrack, bonus content for the expansion. And the deluxe edition includes the base game and then all of the other stuff. But then you have the collector's edition.
Ooh, special.
Which has the Shadow of the Erdtree collector's edition includes a single voucher code of the selected platform. For the expansion, comes with a 46-centimeter statue of Meza the Impaler, a 40-page physical art book, and digital soundtrack. And they are limited.
Interesting. Okay.
And they are nearly 200 quid as well.
That's insane.
But then you get exclusive merchandise pre-order, which is even more limited quantity, which is on the Bandai Namco shop. So pre-orders are now available for the Shadow of the Erdtree helmet of Meza the Impaler. Exclusive item includes a one-of-a-kind display piece for the most discerning, distinguished, and dripped out tarnished. Which is, I'm reading exactly as it states on VGC, by the way.
Do people even say drip anymore?
I don't know. I'm not down with the youth.
I think that's gone the way of poggers. Poggers and drip are now dead.
Yeah. So it's a replica helmet. It's
okay, but
yeah, fine, whatever.
Let me do a little confessional right now. Little bit of a confession right now.
Go for it.
I did pay $100 for, I think, my 5th copy of Halo 3. I believe it was Halo.
Was it the Master Chief helmet one?
Yes.
I mean, that was out of any any collector's edition.
Pete. I had 5 hard copies of Halo 3.
Oh, no, what I'm getting you for your birthday, I'm buying that 6th copy.
Oh my god. had 3 copies of Dumb and Dumber, DVD, VHS, and a Blu-ray, and then 5 copies.
I can't say anything because when the Mario movie came out, I bought the Blu-ray, lent it to a friend at work, who then insisted on not watching it.
Oh gosh,
So
that's cruel.
hasn't even returned it yet. And I basically just went, just keep it. I'll buy the 4K Blu-ray and bought the 4K
Well, there
Blu-ray.
you go.
I was like, whatever.
So I did shell out money for a Master Chief helmet.
Nice.
So
An old friend used to have that, and I was always jealous of it. It looked amazing.
I loved it. And then my bestie at the time, we were building his armor, and so he took the helmet as a like guide, and then made it, but because it's small, it wasn't like.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's only enough to fit a couple of game cases in it, basically.
Exactly. So he used that as a guide to make like actual helmets, and then he made me and him ODST helmet. So that was cool.
Even though you don't like ODST.
It's not my favorite, but I pretended like I did. I was like, "Oh, thank you. This is a Murray thing." I'd rather have Master Chief. That's fine. But point being, I did shell out the money. So
I actually can't say anything, can I?
No, you can't.
I paid well over 500 quid for a PS4, the collector's edition, not the collector's, a collector's edition of Street Fighter 5 and an arcade stick, and that game turned out to be arse on day one.
Mike says, to be fair, you may as well have the Master Chief helmet, Kiley. He doesn't wear it in the series anyway. Yeah, I'm so. Did you watch the trailer for the new series, Pete?
No, I do not want to ruin my YouTube algorithm.
Mine's so messed up. 95% of it is mags, and then the rest of it is whatever chaos I look up. I am not. Well, I wasn't pleased with the first season. I'm even less pleased with the second. Yeah, and wait, you have 6? Do you have 6 Halos, Tinker? I have 6. No jokes. That's amazing.
Okay, nice. Yeah, bearing in mind, I have Paramount Plus, and I refuse to go on it just to even check in on Halo.
Well, our wonderful poll that we ran in regards to this, would you pay £40 for an expansion to your favorite game, came in at a tie. Yes and no equally. I love it. And Brent says, first of all, I pay $0 for Warframe expansions. One day I will try Warframe. Brent then says, even if I compare to Forza, I pay $40 for VIP status, the car pass, a car pack, and 2 expansions. That's pretty good. See, that's value for money right there.
I'd say that's a little bit more valuable, than one expansion.
Now, all that said, I paid 3 figures for Iron Harvest. Now, why did you do that? Is it a Japanese import or something? Danker says, yep, came in bundles of new games I didn't own, so just piled up. Oh, okay, well, that's fair. I intentionally bought mine. I was a little obsessed with Master Chief's being Cortana at the time.
Oh, okay. So his dog is in it.
Sinjo said I didn't vote. I'd vote yes. Oh, that's right, Brent. I remember you saying that years ago.
Yeah.
His dog is in it. I remember that.
Yes.
That's right. Oh, wow, memories. But anyway, Pete, so did you say whether you'd pay £40 or not for an expansion? Because I know you said you have paid,
No, I've paid I've paid for DLCs and stuff like that, and character passes and stuff like that for Street Fighter.
Right. Yes, you have.
I'm not sure I'd pay for a full-on expansion unless it was actual value for money. Like,
right.
I never got in on the live service sort of game, I never got into like World of Warcraft or anything like that, where expansions were quite costly as well. So
yeah.
I can't say whether or not I would, but if it was something like Forza and you got that kind of value for money and there was more going for it than just the expansion itself, I might. but so long as it actually justified the cost.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably fair, and that's probably what most people feel like. So I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So,
Okay.
on to the heavy
Speaking of
hitters.
things that I probably would never buy an expansion for,
Uh-huh.
if it's to ever come,
What a segue.
because I don't think there will ever be one coming based on what the news came out a couple of days ago, where
Yes.
Warner Brothers have stated that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has fallen short of expectations.
Now, read that first because I'm going to talk a lot, I think, for myself.
Okay,
And then you're going to talk too.
let me read what's stated, and then I will state exactly what I put in Mags's Discord about the news. So, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has fallen short of Warner Brothers Discovery's expectations. Following a number that delays, the game was released on February 2nd. It's also come to Epic Games Store on March 5th. Probably should pull that release.
That's what she.
Chief Financial Officer Gunnar, oh my god,
You can do it, Pete.
Wiedenfels.
I believe in you. Sure.
Uh,
We'll go with
how did I
that.
do? How did I do my German there? Um,
Yeah, Sincho, correct us.
um, provided a brief update on the game's early performance during Warner Brothers Discovery's fourth quarter earnings call. Quote, we are lapping the release of Hogwarts Legacy in February last year, which saw large portions of its very positive financial impact in its first quarter. This year, Suicide Squad, one of our key game releases in 2024, has fallen short of our expectations since its release earlier in the quarter, setting our games business up for a tough year-over-year comp in Q1. I'm not going to go into that. So, yeah.
I forgot we're in
It's
Q1,
basically just talking about the game itself. So, and then
which I want
its
to do.
reception.
Yes. Which is where I come
Um,
in.
well, we both can because I played a
Yes.
little bit of this as
You go
well, didn't
ahead
I?
first, Pete. What were your initial impressions?
Well, I only played it for 20 minutes because it was in between waiting for my crew to jump on yesterday evening to play Rocket League. So, uh, my thoughts haven't changed necessarily that much. The traversal is still fine.
Mm-hmm.
The general combat is still bloody boring, and the story is still as arse as ever.
Right, okay.
But then again, I
Don't
still
hold
haven't
back.
I still haven't quite fought Green Lantern yet, so I'm still early on.
Right. That's a good point. Pete, you play what, 15 minutes?
About 30 at this point.
Okay, 30. Okay.
But remember, I did play the tutorial and had to do it in two parts because it annoyed the hell out of me.
Yes.
I'm trying.
You
Like
know what?
Kurt lent me the game, and I feel bad if I don't actually give it a good, honest try.
I can't fault you for that, Pete. You are trying. And that's one thing Pete's really good at is he does try on games. He doesn't just say, I hate this game. He actually does try and he'll go back. That's why Breath of the Wild ended up being one of your good games that you liked because it took you, what, 5 times?
No, three attempts.
3 attempts
And
to
and
play
they're
it.
not short. They weren't short attempts. I
No.
got 10 hours in one, 15 in another, and then a full completion in the third.
Full completion. Um, so Suicide Squad. I've been
Yeah, I
playing
want
it.
to know. I want to
Yeah.
know.
So
We
for
need to
the
jump on a session at some point in the week so you
at
can
some
actually
point, yeah.
try and get me to see if I can see the positives in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wait till you hear my thing. Because maybe it's not positive. The biggest positive is I played it with Max.
Oh
But
boy.
yeah. So we've been playing it. I think we've put probably 10 hours in
Okay.
roughly. Because we did some on our own. So 10 to 15 hours, I'd say we've put in. That
Sure.
might be an overestimation. I love looter shooters. That is my genre. FPS, looter shooters. That's why I like Destiny so much. Halo, all that. So as far as looter shooters go, It's very basic. It's very on brand. It's on point. It is what it is. Does what it says in the tin or whatever that saying is over here in the UK. I enjoy the character models. I enjoy the like Pete said, the traversal is I love it. It's very natural. Now I use Deadshot as my main. It's my favorite. It's very natural. Feels a lot like I said this before, but Saints Row 4. It's very similar to that traversal on Saints Row 4. And I actually like the battles and the fighting. But again, this is my genre. So, I'm probably being a little bit more forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I adore the story. I have actually laughed at several parts. I am a child. I am very
I mean,
immature.
Kurt said the same thing to me, is
Yeah,
that he found this like really quite a funny game.
I did. It did crack me up quite a bit, a few times. Um, and I do really. It's well written. It's well performed. The voice acting is on point. Um,
Mm.
no, I love it. The voice acting's great, Pete.
No, I'm sorry, right. I might be a bit annoyed by some of it because I think Captain Boomerang is like one of the worst things about this
What?
game. He is so abjectly annoying.
But his comic timing is so good. I think
Um,
he's intentionally annoying.
yes, but also it's quite difficult to get on board with the voice actress for Harley Quinn, mostly because the original voice actress in the Arkham series is not there, so it's a very different portrayal of her.
Oh, now see, I thought she was the original voice.
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no. I
but
think this is done by Tara Strong this time.
oh god, I actually don't like Tara Strong, but uh I like the characterization. I mean, again, it's all subjective, obviously. And hello, Jack Tindo. And yes, it is coming up. Uh, but I so those are all my positive things. I like that. I like the traversal. I like the comic timing. I like the writing. I like blah blah blah. So that's all my likes. Um, and Cintra says Arkham Harley, best Harley, objective truth. A lot of people absolutely agree with you.
Arkham
Cintra.
Asylum's version, particularly, is spot on. She's
Yeah.
great.
And I here's the bad point. This has happened twice. Okay, so we've been through 2 updates since
Mm-hmm.
Mags and I started playing. Um, the first complaint I had was that the bots don't heal you.
Yep.
Well, they fixed it. They fixed that, so that's fixed. That's great.
Good.
Wonderful.
Great.
Uh, but we're still having connection issues, which are not like based on our consoles or whatever. It's definitely like the Warner Brothers Connecty bit thing. Because once you restart the game, you go out and you force quit and then restart it.
Yeah, that's a Series S and X problem with Quick Resume because I had the same thing.
Oh, well, it's very annoying. That part is very annoying. And in fact, we were playing and Mags dropped out in the middle of one of the heated battles. I was like, oh, I can't do this on my own. But, he was gone. Mags says not even quick resume. So it's just something on their end. Yeah, it doesn't work when you first load it up. Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not quick resume. That's right. I actually forgot about that. So connectivity is definitely an issue. Stability, that's the word. Stability is an issue for sure.
Yep.
Glitches be everywhere. To the point where it was like we said last week, Poison Ivy completely disappeared. And so we had to watch this long, terribly long cutscene of just nothing, a fuzzy background.
Yeah.
But there's still glitches now. Max says there might be issues with quick resume though, but I don't know. Yeah, because we weren't doing quick resume. That's true.
So I had this where I'd obviously played the game before, then quick resumed it because it's obviously on your list, and it wouldn't allow me to move. It wouldn't allow me to do anything more because it obviously hadn't connected to the server.
Right. Well,
Which I think is absolutely ridiculous considering it's a game that you can play single player, but you still have to connect to a server just to play it, which is just dumb.
Well, that's probably the biggest negative factor for me personally is that it is an always online game. It is a live service game,
Yeah,
and that has been to its detriment. I think that had they not gone always online, this would have been an actually very strong single player game.
probably would have been. Yeah,
But because they've chosen to do this, and they're going to introduce their own in-game currency, battle passes, all that stuff's coming. You can tell. I mean,
well, the fact
I
that there's
assumed it
DLC
was.
characters coming with Joker,
Well, I was gonna say I assume it's coming, but with what WB is saying now,
and it's WB for Christ's sakes, they're going to milk the crap out of this game as much as they can, like they do with Mortal Kombat.
yeah. So again, we're still in the middle of it. Is it worth the 6.5 that it was given? Yeah, it's still sitting at a 6.5 for me. To be fair though, for me, it started out as like a 7.5 the first day
But it's
we played
getting
it.
lower.
And it is dropping. And it isn't the content of the game, it isn't the writing of the game, it's the game performance itself is what
Yeah,
is just tearing it down, and the always online and the connectivity issues and the glitches.
yeah, it's just the technical side of things.
It's ruining what could have been what I think a very strong game. We're gonna keep playing it. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna see it to the end. Not any of the extra stuff, but that's fine, unless it's like really really cool. Then we might. But
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah. But as it stands, I think 6.5 is fair. Now, like we were talking about, Skull and Bones came in at. Actually, no. Sorry. Suicide Squad came in at a 6. Skull and Bones came in at a 6.5. If I had to rate them, I would switch them. Suicide Squad for me is a 6.5 right now. Skull and Bones is
Yeah.
just steadily dropping.
I would say I'm unsure at the moment because I haven't played enough of it, but so far, if I had to give it a grade, mine would probably be a middle of the road 5.
Right. Which I think is fair. It's not your genre. It's not, it's not checking
Which,
the boxes for you, ticking the boxes.
no, which is hugely disappointing to me because when this game was revealed, I
Yeah,
went, ah, sweet,
we
a
had a whole
new,
show on it.
a new Rocksteady game set in the Arkham universe. Great.
Mhm.
I've got no issue with the Suicide Squad themselves. I thought they were kind of overplayed by this point. It was like,
Right, yeah.
yeah, fine.
I thought the
I
title
was
was dumb.
quite hype with it. I wanted it to be good.
Yeah.
So for it to come out the way that it has been massively disappointing. And I think this was a comment that we had in the chat from Nana, is where this is done for Rocksteady because this is like 9 years they spent on this game. And
I
I'll
know.
be honest, a lot of the elements to it do seem like a last generation game.
Well, that's the problem when you have such a long development cycle. We've talked about that many times on this show.
Yeah,
When you
Skull and
have
Bones.
Well, yeah, okay, perfect example. When you have a long development cycle like that, you're going to go through different generations.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done that. Exactly that. And
Nukem.
I mean, that's the supreme shining example of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we've constantly talked about how the current gen has not even pushed the hardware.
Nope.
And then you've got this game that's even one more generation back
Yep.
behind that, you know? So it didn't have a lot of going for it when it came out. We know this. This is not
No.
a shock. I still think they should have made it more like Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's
Yeah.
my
I wasn't
opinion.
even as fast with Guardians.
Now, see, I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they did that very well. They just didn't promote it very well because Avengers sucked so bad.
Nah, admittedly, yeah. I mean, I thought Guardians was okay. It's just, I just didn't enjoy the gameplay loop of it. That was all.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, again, it's not your style. That would be like me going and playing Tekken, which I will give it a chance. It's not
Hmm.
my favorite
No, of
style.
course, yeah.
Yeah. And stuff. So, but anyway, if you're thinking of Suicide Squad, I don't know that I would shell out the full price currently.
No, if I was to get it, I'd probably get it heavily discounted.
Yeah. I think it'll be in the £20 bin pretty quick. Put it that way.
I think even before Black Friday comes around in November, I
I
think this game will be about 15 quid.
I mean, I put it, yeah, the 20-15 quid mark.
You,
So wait
you might
around
even
a
be able to
bit.
find the deluxe version for 20 quid around about that point.
You never know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if like you intend to play this, I'd wait a little bit more, let the price drop, see how you feel about it. Uh, because it's not bad. It's a solid game. It is a solid game.
Hmm.
It's an always online game, which is frustrating. But that's what I have to say about that, Pete. What about you?
Yeah. Uh, that's about it.
Yeah.
So shall we move on to the next couple of
Yes.
stories? Well,
The people the people demand that we go
yeah.
on to the direct. But yes.
No, we're going to cover a couple of stories quickly
Ooh,
first.
okay.
So first of all, this is one that you brought to the table. It's very
Yes.
interesting, kind of an interesting story, but it can't really be truly verified,
We
let's
can't
say.
verify this. And Pete usually doesn't let me bring unverified stuff cuz I do that a lot. So this is a one of people.
Well, admittedly, I was just about to sit down and watch One Love, so I was like, I will
Oh,
allow
there
it.
you go.
No,
Yep.
but it is interesting. It is interesting, at least. So, unfortunately, the source for this one is GB News. Nothing
Again,
against the outlet themselves. It's
and we
just
try
some
not to
people.
do political outlets, but this was the
Yeah,
only place I could find it.
yeah. So,
It was weird.
quote, they state it is no secret Xbox is struggling to compete. I'm not reading the title. We'll get onto it. It'll
Okay, because
come
that's
apparent
the
very soon.
spoiler.
Struggling to compete with the latest generation of PlayStation, with some estimates showing that the PlayStation's outselling the Series S and X by a ratio of 2 to 1. To make things worse for Xbox, the PlayStation 5 just dropped to a record low price in the UK. Never before seen 70 quid discount is still available on the slim models, which is the redesigned version.
Yeah.
So that in some places the disc console version is down to £410. So, faced with the prospect of watching Sony's PlayStation skyrocket up the sales chart again, Xbox has responded to the latest price crash with a discount of its own. So
Yeah.
that means you'll
Good business
benefit from the
practice.
same 15% off from PlayStation fans. Unlike the redesign, this isn't the biggest discount we've seen for the Series X so far. So it's about the same price as the PS5 Slim, so 410 quid.
Right.
Um, but previously the Series X had dropped down once before to 350 quid.
Right.
So this is interesting, and we'll get onto the other bit of Xbox news very, very soon. But it is a very interesting sort of strategy from Microsoft at the moment, or is it? Or is this an admission of failure?
I from Xbox? Is that what you're asking? Is it an admission
Yes.
of
Is this
failure
a
from?
admission of failure from Xbox?
No, this is good business practice.
That's why I'm asking. You're the
Yes.
business person here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is good business practice. Even though weirdly I can't find any references to this anywhere else, but it didn't look that hard either. But it's good PR. It gets more Xboxes in the hands of people.
Hmm.
Xbox knows that they've languished in third place for years. Definitely since we've been doing this podcast.
Yeah.
They know their place. Their objective is not to sell consoles. It's never been to sell consoles.
No, it's to get people into the ecosystem.
Exactly. They've stated that. That's not like, oh, this is our secret plans. No, it's an actual like business plan. Um, yes. Um, but chat distracted me. But, so I mean, is my Xbox fangirl bias showing? Maybe a little bit, but I think this is the best move you could make, you know? Because why, if you're the third, selling console, highest selling console, and your first selling, highest selling console drops their price, why would you try to continue to sell your console at a higher price than them? You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
Okay, I can verify this story for you right now.
oh, good, because we tried earlier and we couldn't.
Because Currently on Smith's Toys in the UK,
Right? Okay.
$409.99 for an Xbox Series X.
Wow. 400 and what?
$409.99. So a
9.99.
a price drop of 70 quid.
I mean, and this is Q1. This is not when they drop prices. They drop prices in the summer and they drop prices before the holidays.
Yep.
So they know what they're doing. Microsoft knows
Oh
how to make
shit.
money.
They do.
Yeah. And
So yeah.
mhm.
Anyway, shall we get on to the other piece of Xbox news? Because there
Yes.
was several bits this week. We'll get on to another one later.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave two particular points of contention out of this one for various reasons. You'll find out why.
Ooh.
Xbox
Wow.
announces, and this is an update from a couple of weeks ago, multi-platform releases for
Oh yes.
4 games.
Yes.
The 4 games had now been revealed, and 2 of them we're keeping aside for a certain reason.
Are we? Because you didn't tell me that bit.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So, well, I might as well cover it anyway because it's just let's just do it. Let's just talk about the 4 games because
Okay.
there are the quote rumored games that have now uh, uh come to light. So, Pentiment is one
Right.
from Obsidian. Was due out on February the 22nd, so it's currently out
Yeah.
for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Switch.
Can I say, if anyone in chat has played it, can you let me know? Because I usually love Obsidian games. This one has looked different.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that claimed was a passion project.
Yeah, I don't like it when people have passion projects.
No, I've heard this is really good.
I hope
Several
it is.
podcasts I've listened to have said this is a really good game.
Right, okay.
Yeah, Mag's dropping spoilers in the chat. Brilliant.
Spoilers. Spoilers
Anyway,
are well known.
I know I'm taking the
Yeah.
name. If you've been living under a rock, Hi-Fi Rush was next. This actually got revealed a little bit earlier than probably expected, but it's
Right.
coming to PlayStation 5, March 19th. So
I think this will do well. It's a good game.
yeah, it is a decent game. I
It's a good
enjoyed
one to
what I
port
played of
over,
it.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's quite a surprise actually because people thought this was coming to the Switch. It might be coming later on down the line. Who knows?
Right. As Max just said, I didn't say on what platforms.
I mean, at
Good
this
point.
point, it's
It's
kind of
true.
obvious, isn't it?
Uh,
Um, Grounded was also revealed. This is coming
Pete's
to
favorite
PS
spider game.
no, PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch for April 16th. Crossplay will be enabled for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch and PC.
Yeah,
So
which I
good.
think is good. That is good. I do wish you'd play it, but I understand your reasons for not.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the game, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in the Garden,
Yeah.
but hell no to the spiders.
Yeah.
Hell no. And then finally, Sea of Thieves. It's coming
Yes.
to PS5 on April 30th.
I think that's a good thing, Pete. What about you?
Yeah, I've got no issue with it. I've
Because
never
it's
played the game.
crossplay.
Yeah, well, there's crossplay enabled for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised this hasn't come to the Switch because I reckon it would look like arse.
I don't think the Switch could handle it, which we'll
No,
talk a little bit more
it'll
about
be a
that in a
30
second.
FPS game on there and
Yeah.
probably 540p, so probably not a good idea.
Max says that I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Sea of Thieves, that's the only problem. I would like to play it, but trying to get a crew together who want to play it,
I
a bit
remember when
difficult.
we attempted.
We were going to, but then it
Yeah.
just never happened.
We lost some of our crewmates. But yes. I think it's good. Yeah, exactly. Now, see, I actually agree with Max here. Switch 2, I can see it happening. Which
Yeah, I agree.
when we talk about the direct, I might throw a little bit more into it about then. But I
Yeah.
do not think that the current Switch could handle all of it, to be fair.
No, I
Yeah.
probably have to agree with you there.
Yeah, exactly. And then Jack Tindo says, that's okay. We still have AC4 Black Flag on Switch. I didn't.
Yay, Roman numerals.
Yay. Uh, Mike says we spoke about that already earlier. Yes, exactly.
Mm,
During
yeah.
Skull and Bones. Um, but yes, continue on, Pete.
Well, that's it. Those are the 4 games.
Yes, but
Those
I
are
mean
the 4 games that Microsoft revealed in their little podcast.
20-minute pre-done podcast.
Yeah. Now, I have a question about this because this came up in another podcast I was listening to. Do you think this was a good idea that they pre-planned or pre-revealed that there were 4 games coming, or
Yeah.
do you think it was a bad move?
No, that was called a teaser. They did that on purpose. First of all, they had the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
because people were going nuts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you think this was a good thing? Because do you think rampant speculation would have
Oh
been
my
worse if they
gosh.
hadn't revealed it?
They had to do damage control because you don't forget this. People talking about Xbox is at the end of its life. Xbox isn't going to continue on anymore. Xbox is failing. Blah blah blah. That affects the shareholders, and then the prices, the shares, the public traded shares, they start to
Hmm.
drop. The stocks, they start to drop, and then you lose faith in your investors, or your investors lose faith in you,
And
and then the
that's where they
stock
start
starts to
voting out
sink.
board members.
Yes, and then that's how Elon Musk ends up buying Twitter and turning it into X. Uh, so, um, so they had to do damage control. It wasn't just for their image among their fans and their adherents and me, the fangirl, like that kind of stuff. Like, yes, they needed to do damage control for us, calm that panic. They had to do it for the shareholders more than anything because
Hmm.
people were going nuts. I mean, they go nuts over the Direct, which we'll talk about here in a second, because Nintendo fans are, you can't, there's no comparison. But this
Sorry,
was
not all Nintendo fans.
no, not all Nintendo fans, but I'm talking about the vocal ones. Um,
Yeah, the annoying ones.
yeah, exactly. Whereas Xbox isn't quite as used to this kind of just rampant speculation and negative rampant speculation. They had to cut it off at the source and say, no, we're fine. you know? And the thing is, we did a show called Redacted for Privilege,
Hmm.
where we read the court documents that were leaked because I got them before they took them down. But
Yes.
we got the court documents that were leaked about the Apple versus Epic, thing. Within those documents is Phil Spencer talking to Epic guy. I can't remember his name, the head of the Epic studio,
Uh,
where he discusses his
Tim
plans.
Sweeney.
No, yes, I can't remember. No,
Oh, I
that's
don't
Apple.
remember.
Tim Sweeney's Apple.
Oh yes,
But
I don't remember.
he's talking about their plans that he has for the Nintendo Switch, which is he wanted to get a version of Game Pass on Nintendo Switch. Cloud gaming. He was like, that was what he was pushing. He was so nice and friendly in all of his emails. I love Phil Spencer. But he outlined a lot of stuff in Xbox's future. That stuff now is coming to fruition, and people
Yeah.
don't understand that stuff's been in the works for years. This isn't
Hey,
like they had a podcast and went, "Oh, this is what we're gonna do." No, this was planned for years, and so I think it had to be done. It was a good, wise business decision in the end, is what I think.
yeah, I'm going to correct you because it
Okay.
was Tim Sweeney.
Oh, was it? I thought he was
Yeah,
Apple.
Tim Cook is the head of Apple.
Oh goodness, all the Tims.
Stupid Tims.
Yep. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of Tim Sweeney. He's
Or Tim Cook.
Tim Cook's okay, but Tim
No,
Sweeney's super arrogant. Super.
they both are.
Yeah, read those emails, people. But anyway, so bottom line, Xbox had to do this. They had to do damage control. I'm glad they did it. And yeah, not revealing the names of the games was a teaser. It's good.
Mm,
Keeps people interested. That
it
type of
does.
thing. Yeah. Now, do you want to move on to what the audience really wants?
Yes, the direct. Let's deal with the direct.
Uh-huh.
So, what day is this? So this was Wednesday, the 21st of February. We had our first Nintendo Direct of the year,
Which are
but it
always
wasn't the
very good.
direct that people were
But
expecting.
it
It was
never
a
is.
partner showcase.
Okay, but can we state that? The Nintendo Directs are never what people want.
No, never, never, absolutely
They're
not.
never happy. They're never satisfied. The loud ones, the vocals.
Yeah, very true. Anyway, so let's start off. So they actually came out very early on. First game was Grounded.
Yes,
Um,
Pete's favorite game.
yeah, I mean, annoyingly, I've had to scroll the article up because
Oh no, is
stupid.
there a
Yep,
spider?
the image there, the key art for it has a huge spider on it. So thanks. I hate you, Obsidian.
But they made
Um,
New Vegas. I love them forever.
oh, I hate you, Obsidian. Anyway, so yeah, they came out with that very early on. You know, showed it as the first game. No problem there. You know, looks okay on the Switch. To be honest, it should be fun. You know, like we said, crossplay is enabled for it. It was obviously revealed after the fact it's coming to the PlayStation as well. So good that finally Sony have realised that crossplay is important to players.
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely. Again,
Next,
that's in those emails that we read.
yeah, I know. Next up was Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist.
What is that?
Um,
Pete.
Look, can I be perfectly honest with you here?
Okay.
I had the vast majority of this direct ruined by a certain someone in our community in the Rapid Reviews Discord
Oh dear.
because they couldn't help but constantly live post on there
Oh
to the
dear.
point of me having to turn around in there and going, not everyone can watch the direct live because we're at work.
Oh dear. I missed that, by the way.
Good. I mean, it was annoying as hell. So I was having to try and catch up and watch this
Yeah.
because I was having everything spoiled in real time.
Did you tell them to market spoilers? Because you can do that where it hides the.
Well, Max's Discord was nice enough to do that.
Oh, that's very good. Very good.
I'll tell you who it was afterwards.
Okay.
I'll tell you who it was afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, not happy about that one. But anyway, so yeah, End of Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist. You take on the role of Lilac as she explores the landscape alongside homunculus.
Sure.
Okay,
Is
cool.
that homunculus?
Uh,
Is that what you said?
yes,
That is a crazy word. That means like a empty body of like a automaton that's
yeah,
empty.
yeah. So I
That's a
can't say I
weird.
know much about this kind of game, to be honest. Anyway, next up we had a game called Arranger, a role puzzling adventure. So here you use a grid to explore. So I'm just reading this directly from Eurogamer. It says here you use a grid to explore the world and solve puzzles, and it's due out this summer.
I like
It,
solving puzzles, but geez.
the art style does look cool. Not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. Is it indie?
Um,
Indie art
yeah.
style?
Yes.
Cool.
So,
Cool, cool, cool.
next up we had a game from Sega called Unicorn Overlord, a strategy game which will be released on March 8th. There's currently a demo available for it, so this is an strategy RPG.
Oh, the title sounded like something that me and Deadpool would play.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's not fun.
Next we had Capcom involved, where they are re-releasing the original Monster Hunter stories that was released on the 3DS.
Oh,
This cut,
wow. That's actually a really good move.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
the remake is now currently is fully voiced, HD graphics,
Oh,
and
that's
includes a museum feature.
amazing.
It's coming in summer of 2024. So that means both Monster Hunter Stories games are now going to be on the Switch come the summer.
That's amazing.
Yep. Next was one that I think kind of came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Epic Mickey Rebrushed.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on that, Pete?
I couldn't give a flying crap. I never played Epic Mickey before anyway.
I love Epic Mickey. Really? um, Centro says, screw their costume monetization in SF6.
Yes, it's terrible. It's really terrible. Centro, did you forget that Capcom were Capcom and Capcom will always be Capcom and charge stupid money for stupid things all the time? They might have come up with some goodwill recently, but everyone seems to have forgotten about their shitty practices. I will never forget Street Fighter Cross Tekken, ever.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, yeah, I couldn't give a crap about Epic Mickey
Well,
Rebrushed.
that's disappointing. It's a remaster? Am I correct in saying
Uh,
that?
Remake, full remake.
Oh, full remake. Even
Uh,
better.
yeah, who was it that working on this one as well? I can't remember.
Um,
It was an unusual studio. I remember that.
yeah.
Anyway, that's coming in 2024, so no actual release date, but it is out this year.
Right, okay.
Next up, this one will be of interest to several people in this chat because I know it's been mentioned already. Shin Megami Tensei 5, yes, a
Right?
game that was once released, is getting a new version called Vengeance. But not only is this not coming, also coming in to the Switch, this is also coming to Xbox and PlayStation 5. June
Right.
21st. So
Interesting.
this is a retooled Shin Megami Tensei 5 with new story elements.
Ooh, I know people like that because I know there's a lot of people in our Discord and rap reviews that love this game. It gets
Yeah, there
mentioned
you go.
every time.
Yep, there you go. Brent's just come in. I'm excited to see this on Xbox.
See? It's a very well loved game. I've never played
Yeah.
it.
Right, next up, I am interested to see what your opinion of this one was.
Okay.
Uh, did you ever play on the PS2 the Star Wars Battlefront games?
Oh, yes. Who hasn't? Oh, not only.
Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is coming.
I think that's a good thing.
Oh, do you want to know a good thing about this as well?
Uh-huh.
This collection allows you to play up to 64 players online.
So, goodness. So we're back to that. Okay, that's cool.
March 14th for this one. I believe it is coming to other platforms as well, and I believe there may be crossplay on across all of
All
them.
right. I might be into that then.
We'll see.
You might have to play. Yeah.
Well, if the money wasn't going directly to Disney
Oh goodness. Oh
for
dear.
Star Wars, that I have become at the stage of apathy that I don't give a crap about anymore.
I like what Danker says. Oh yeah.
Didn't see the vintage era coming. Basically makes the EA version worthless. Yes, that is very true.
I mean, not 100%, but also not 100%
Annoyingly,
wrong.
look. I really wish this in an actual timeline this happened.
Yeah.
That Free Radicals Battlefront 3 would have come out.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
That would have been very
Um,
cool.
yeah. Anyway, next up, South Park Snow Day.
Yes, I'm very happy about
I actually
that.
like the look of this game. I kind of want to play it.
Of course you do.
I've,
It's
I mean, I've said that about every other
yeah.
South Park game that's come out, and I've not played them. Even though I keep getting told I should.
It's very
Hmm.
good.
Anyway, next up was Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. So it's game supports online play, new single player story for Sword Art Online.
Guilty.
Be later this year.
Guilty pleasure. Now I've never played the Sword Art Online games. I'm not the biggest fan of anime. I'm not going to
Yeah.
pretend that I am. But there are two animes that I sort of kind of like. One of them I can't
Mm-hmm.
pronounce. But it's got a really tall blonde woman with big boobs, and she's strong. It starts with a D. Can't remember. And then Sword Art Online. I like the idea of it. I think I watched like the first couple of episodes. That's the only anime I even know.
Okay.
Unless Pokemon's an anime. But
Pokemon technically counts.
okay, well there you go.
Anyway, keeping with anime theme, sorry, I just have to call this one out. Not surprised that Nana's come in the chat and said thought this one looked cool. Our resident weeb.
Yes.
So keeping with fashion, Gundam Breaker 4. I wonder what
Oh,
he thought
right.
about this one too. Um, I mean, this does actually look good. Gundam Breaker 4 looks pretty all right.
Right.
It's coming out later this year. Next was a bit of an odd one. I
Okay.
say a bit of an odd one because it's a series that's seen a bit of a revival recently,
What's that?
and it's I don't it is a new one. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble.
Oh, right. Yes. I saw this in the
Yeah,
list.
looks okay.
Yeah.
Looks
I mean,
okay.
it's Super Monkey Ball. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Especially on a
Yeah,
Switch. It's like it was
true.
made for the Switch and mobile games.
Yeah, I mean June 25th for this one.
hmm
4-player local co-op and 16 players online. Good.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely great. I think the next one you're about to talk about, I have a point to make on it. So let's see. What are you about to talk
Uh,
about, Pete?
Sticky Puzzler, which offers
No,
4-player
not that
local
one.
co-op, exclusive on console for Nintendo Switch. May 23rd. World of Goo 2.
We need more
Bit
goo.
gooey. Some say it's sticky.
We have an episode titled "We Need to See More Goo" based on that trailer of that game.
Yes. Next up was Fantasy Life I, the Girl Who Steals Time. So this is a new installment in the Fantasy Life series.
Ooh,
It'll be a time traveling adventure, and it'll be October 10th for this one.
nice, nice.
Um,
I hate
Next up,
reading.
we had a game called Another Crab's Treasure.
Oh my gosh! Did you know?
You
Wait a
go on.
minute. Sorry, Kylie tangent time. I'm trying to hang on, people, but the brain's just not letting me. There is a game where you can ride a crab and fight things.
You can what?
You can ride on a crab and fight things.
Oh, okay. Well, because I know there's a game called Fight Crab.
Yes! It's that game.
Okay,
That's amazing. Yeah,
brilliant.
Crab Fight. Crab Fight 2.
Nice.
Pete is
Uh,
amazing. That is
okay.
amazing.
All right. Well, Another Crab's Treasure will be released 25th. 25th of April, sorry.
Sincho says crab game is better than fight crab. I think that Sincho should fight me with a crab. We could both be on top of crabs. We should fight at dawn.
With crabs.
No, no, we ride crabs. We don't have crabs.
Okay, next up, we
Ah, yes, crab
yeah,
chatty.
next up we had a game that was revealed. Oh, I say revealed. It was shown a while ago. But this is the new one from the team that made Sonic Mania,
Right, okay.
called A Penny's a Big Breakaway.
Yes.
It is a PS1 slash Saturn inspired 3D action platformer.
It looks the business, I'm not gonna lie, but go ahead.
It's it's out right now.
It
It
is,
got
yeah.
shadow dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I've been tempted, I'm not gonna lie.
I think you should, Pete. I mean, obviously, I've only seen the trailer, but it really looks the business. They really did it.
But money, that's the problem.
Well, yes, money does suck.
I might have to wait. I might have to wait, but I am interested at least.
Mm-hmm. It's right there in our era. Like, it's right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Next up was a multiplayer mode for a Duca game.
A what game?
Okay.
Say that again.
Suika.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't know. Anyway,
I like what Jack Tinney says.
whatever.
Grab a crab,
Uh,
a brand new take on Hook a Duck. Anyway.
nice. Yeah. So that's online multiplayer is arriving later date on this particular game. Don't know. So the DLC bundle was available from today or when it was on. Next up was a game called Pepper Grinder.
Okay. Is that where you
There's
grind up Peppa the Pig?
that would be probably kind of awesome. It's out on 28th of March, but if you're interested about it, there is a demo.
Oh, goodness.
So go
Oh,
find the
goodness.
demo. Next up, we had another Shadow Drop. Pocket Card Jockey Ride On.
That sounds like an insult for a race that doesn't exist.
Yes, yes, it does. But this was actually developed by Game Freak.
Oh, well, they know that business very well. Do they have little pocket monsters on them? I don't know. Some may call them Pokemons for short.
Don't know, but anyway, it's out now. Been out for a while.
uh,
So next was a quick fire round of releases. So yeah, Pentiment was the next.
yeah.
We've talked about that already. Next up was Melody of Moomin Valley.
Moomin, that's a kid's show, isn't it?
Yeah, March 7th.
Okay.
For that one. Next was Contra Operation Galuga, which
Wait,
is
like,
the new Contra game.
I love Contra. Is it any good?
Apparently, it's rough as hell on the Switch, but it is available on PlayStation and Xbox too. There is a demo for it.
I do love me some Contra.
Next up, this one was rough. March 15th for this one, Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. This looked rough.
Okay, so what is it?
Well, it's a game that's been released on PlayStation 4 and Xbox, but it looked like a horrendous downgrade to play it on the Switch.
Right, okay.
Like, the graphics looked appallingly bad. Like, appallingly. I reckon the frame rate's none too good either.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's not going to be a good one. Anyway, Tales of Kenzera Zal, March 23rd. So didn't see much about this. Next up was a Demon Slayer game, which I'm not
Oh goodness.
not even attempting that. Yeah. Anyway, right. So let's get to the meat of this.
Uh-huh.
So they gave us an update regarding NSO. If you remember what NSO is, Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, okay.
So we've got 5 new games being added to the online service.
Right.
4 SNES games and 1 N64 game. I'll go over the N64 game first. Blast Core.
Say that again.
Okay.
What was it?
Blast Core.
Blast Core. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said Bass Call.
No.
And I was
Blast
very
Core.
Confused. Blast
Okay.
Core. Okay.
Right. Next, so 4 no, sorry, two SNES games and 2 NES games, my bad. So the NES games were Snake Rattle and Roll and RC Pro-Am.
Oh, I love both of those, I'm not gonna lie. Those were some good times.
They are some good games. They are some really good games.
I like what Maggie
But it's
said.
the 2 SNES games that seem to have taken hold a bit more.
Yes. And
Because
no.
one was Battletoads and Battle Maniacs.
I love Battletoads. It's so hard. I can't get off like the 3rd level. But yes.
And the next one was Killer Instinct.
Oh my gosh. I love Killer Instinct.
I played some Killer Instincts as well.
Yep.
I forgot how awkward the auto double system is.
Oh, it's
so weird.
very, very awkward. God, what a time. That was.
God, that game does hold up though. It's surprising how fluid it is.
I mean, you would
yes,
know
you
better.
did hear Killer Instinct.
Yes. That's right. And yeah, I like what Mag says, which is
basically a mini rare replay.
Now,
yes, that is true.
Do you think was this kind of a concession? Because obviously Microsoft owns these games. Was this kind of a weird concession because they couldn't bring Sea of Thieves to
the
Switch, or do you think it's just because they're a legacy?
I think it's the legacy more than anything because remember we had the partnership between Microsoft, Rare, and Nintendo last year when we had GoldenEye come out for the N64 service. So I just think it's a continuation of that.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. I've been telling people that GoldenEye is terrible for years. People didn't listen.
The thing, you know.
It was a great time back then, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes things should stay in the past.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You know what? That's actually a good thing because Pete, I kid you not, along with a lot of the other games that Max was playing, you know what he played? He played the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 re-releases.
Mm-hmm.
They did kind of like a Master Chief collection thing where you could switch back
Yeah,
between old and new
they
graphics.
did.
Those games are so difficult. Not only are they difficult, now I loved Tomb Raider because there wasn't a lot of games out on PlayStation. So I absolutely loved Tomb Raider. And also, again, as I've stated many times on this show, strong female protagonists, big boobs. You got me. You got me in the first half. You know what? Yeah, like Max says, they look better with the old graphics. The controls sucked 100%. But it wasn't even just that, you know, Tomb Raider was difficult or whatever. There's this one section where, and I remember doing this at my dad's house, you had to drag a block from one room to the next room. In today's time, it takes forever.
Yeah, it does. It's ridiculous.
But I remember back then not even thinking about it, just being like, oh my gosh, I can pull a block. This is so cool. But that proves right there your statement, what you just said. Some things are better left in the past. Not that I'm saying Tomb Raider should be left in the past completely. That was really a different time.
Mm-hmm.
That was different gameplay. And another thing that I want to say about Tomb Raider, because I didn't get to say it the other night in Max's chat, one of my favorite things about old games, when I was a kid, coming up through these games, was I always judged it by the water. Like, I used to play this game called Journeyman. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Pete. It was on Windows.
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, it came free with, like, Windows, maybe 95, maybe 98.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been a game that I've played, but I've definitely heard
free.
about it.
Yeah, I loved it because it was sci-fi and the music was amazing and it was just whatever. But like you're in this room with the water and the water is like it's just a picture of water. Mm-hmm. And then Tomb Raider came out and there was actual water. When Mag switched it to the old graphics, it looked so pixelated and old, but I remember being like so blown away by it. And then of course, BioShock coming out a few years later. BioShock is what changed water in all games forever. And, you know, I just remember when that came out, I was like, oh, we're in the future now. But anyway.
Well, I remember Metal Gear Solid 2 doing it a little bit better.
Than BioShock?
Well, Metal Gear Solid 2 happened before BioShock.
But you think they did it better than BioShock?
I wouldn't say better, but it was, you could tell the leap between the three generations, because obviously Tomb Raider was a PS1.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid 2 was on the PS2, and then BioShock was on PS3 and Xbox 360. So you could see the actual jump in warp graphics between the three systems.
Yeah, no, you're right there. I will say that, yes. I would put that as like a transition thing. Central says, I remember being mind blown by the water of Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, Mario Sunshine sucks.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot Pete hates Super Mario Sunshine.
God, I hate that game so much.
But all of that to say, the point that I was saying was I'm reiterating what Pete said, as some things are better left in the past. And I'm actually starting to see that now. You know? Because Final Fantasy VII, I could still play that, I think, in its old style.
I have actually several times, and it still holds up.
And I definitely played Halo, the original Halo, not that long ago. It still holds up. But it is exceedingly difficult.
Yeah, it is. But I think the Master Chief Collection helped with that. Because it's still a good version of the game.
Yeah.
Probably the only good thing that 343 have done with Halo. But let's be honest, it came out in a crappy state.
Mm-hmm. It did, and I'm not going to deny
Once
that.
no, once they fixed it, it was
It
fine.
was, yeah. Centro says, OMG, Pete, now you did it. Goes into Omega on fight mode. Oh, Cincho, there's a legacy of Pete hating Mario Sunshine. Is that the one where he sprays water on stuff or paint?
Yep.
I like
Well, he
that
has to
game.
remove paint.
That's it.
No, I have my reasons for hating that game. It was the fact that some of the mobility was locked specifically to flood, and you should not have to do that in a Mario game. It should be
Right,
about
okay.
advancing his control methods, not
Oh.
about taking stuff away.
Well, I am going to believe you there. Max says most people hate Mario Sunshine. I've never played it. Central says way better than Wonder. Ooh, Pete, what do you think
Uh,
about that?
Hard to compare. One's a 2D game, one's a 3D game.
He knew he'd have a quick answer for that.
True.
Yeah, but
Anyway, final game of the Direct
yes,
was a game called Endless Ocean Luminous.
yeah, which sounds vaguely familiar to me.
The Endless Ocean series has been around for quite a while. I
Yes,
actually forgot that that was the case.
that sounds
Haven't had a game
so
since the Wii, I
familiar.
don't think.
Okay, I had to have played that because I've been obsessed with Ocean Game. It is an ocean. Wait a minute. I think I do know what this game is. Yes. So I've been obsessed with ocean games forever because I was one of those very basic girls in the 90s who loved dolphins. I had dolphin bed sheets, I had dolphin pillows, I had all dolphin figurines, and yes, I played Echo the Dolphin like crazy.
I like Echo the
I'll
Dolphin.
say
It
yeah.
is very hard,
It's very
and it's
difficult.
very difficult to understand what the hell you're
Oh yeah.
doing because they give you no instruction
No.
whatsoever.
None whatsoever. And then there was this weird game that was on a demo disc when, again, Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy 7,
Oh
and Parappa the
yes,
Rapper, they were all out. So it was like right when PS1 dropped, but there was a demo disc that used to come with PS1, and it had an underwater game.
I
And
don't
I
know what it
loved
was.
it. Let's see. The second game had different. You have my curiosity, now you have my attention. Jack Chindo said had a different name in the U.S. Maybe that's it then. Forever
Yeah, it's
Blue.
called Forever Blue.
Yes, I know what game that is now.
Yeah,
Endless
okay.
Ocean Forever Blue. Yes, Adventures in the Deep was the EU tile. I think he even had like a song in it that was like, all.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway, this time you'll be able to explore the Veiled Sea along with 30 other players.
I love Ocean
Probably
games.
only good to play this with one other player before it tanks the frame rate to 2 FPS.
Yes. Wait, say that again?
I said it's probably only going to be good to play with one other person unless you want to tank the FPS to two frames.
But that's for you, that's not actual.
No, it's not. It's just me saying that. And you can spot over 500 different species of marine life,
I
including
want to do that!
mythology creatures.
I want to play that so bad.
It's due out for release on the 2nd of May, and I'll be honest, this was a hugely disappointing end to the hugely disappointing Direct for me.
Well, that's hugely disappointing to hear, Pete.
I have no. I've never played the Endless Oceans games. I might have a look
I
if
love
I
what
can
Mike's
get
saying.
if I can get Mike and Jack playing it. Like if Mike and
Yes!
Jack are playing it, I might pick it up and play it with them and get to experience it. But I can't
Yes!
see myself enjoying it that massively.
You guys should play it and tell me about it because I love ocean games so much.
If there's a code, I might take a code. If there's a code.
Mike says those are fighting words. You take
I,
that back,
I
Pete.
I know. I seem to have annoyed a lot of people already today.
Well, that's your mo.
True. Yeah. I live to annoy.
Yes.
Um. But yeah, this was a hugely disappointing direct for me. It's just. Eh. There. Look, I know not every direct is for everybody. You know, they try to cater to all. There just wasn't a lot on here that really took my fancy at all. obviously some of the stuff that on there for the NSO service was cool.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
I remember playing RC Pro Am, Snake Rattle and Roll, and
Love
Battletoads
those.
like years ago. So I'll be
Yeah.
definitely playing those again. I've already played a bit of Killer Instinct, as I said, so
Nice.
why not?
Yeah.
Um, and the only other game was probably Penny's Big Breakaway, which I'll probably definitely play, but I don't know if I'll be getting it on the Switch. I might get it on another platform.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, there just wasn't a lot that really gauged my interest. I mean, the Microsoft games, I'm just like, if I want to play them, I'll play them on my Xbox. It's fine.
Yeah, but do you think most people have both platforms?
I think if you are primarily a Switch player and those games are coming to Switch now, great,
Mm-hmm.
perfect, great, good for you. But I can play them elsewhere, and I'm still not going to play Grounded anyway.
Yeah,
So
but that's spiders.
yeah, I have legit reasons why I won't play it. I
Yeah.
won't. Um, but yeah, I look if Endless Ocean comes up and it's a decent price, I might play it because I've got no experience with Endless Ocean before. So yeah, it doesn't seem like my kind of game. Like this was described as cozy games, and cozy games aren't really my kind of thing.
They have their place.
Oh, 40 quid. That's a no.
That's quite a bit. Uh, that's true. Sinjo says, I think if you're primarily a Switch player, you have bigger problems than choice of games. I agree, Sinjo. It starts
True.
blocking again.
True.
Although most people would say that I can't talk, so.
Yeah, well, this is
Good. Good one,
yeah,
Mike.
this is so yeah, I thought this was disappointing. It was more I think it was more the fact that I saw people discussing this beforehand and I was like, people were hyped about this. Cool, great. And then saw what happened and was like, oh, kind of crap.
Well,
But hey, that's fine.
oh,
Oh yeah, raises a good point. I'm looking forward to Princess Peach Showtime next up. So am I.
I was
I
gonna
couldn't care
say,
less.
Pete's
Got it on
very excited
pre-order.
about that. Yeah. I hope it's good. I really do.
Okay, Jack Tendo has said this direct was vanilla. All right,
There you
yeah,
go.
perfect description.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
Vanilla's good. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Um, yeah.
that's it for the news this week, and let's wrap it up before I get cancelled again.
Yes. Oh, Pete. And if you don't know about it, Pete has done a generic apology video that we can always post anytime he does step on toes. It is on
I
our Twitch.
apologize for nothing. I apologize for nothing this week.
It's true.
Sunshine does suck.
You should go check that video out though.
Oh,
But
you should. It's fun.
yes, it is very funny. It's got the
Yeah,
everything
the
in the
old.
beginning.
It's got the old tropes.
Yep, so good. Um, Max says apology accepted.
No,
Ah,
someone
but
ban this man.
no, never. He has a lifetime oppositive ban. What's the opposite of ban?
Membership.
Unban? Oh. Oh no. But
Currently floating on the block thing right now. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that.
yeah, no.
Maybe only to Sencho, but that's it.
No, never, never, never. Never. But Pete is actually going to tell you about this little thing that's happening in August that we're both going to be at. It might be called Timeless.
We shall.
Might be
So
a
yeah,
thing.
Timeless Gaming Convention, 14th of August. We're going to keep bashing on about it until it actually happens.
I'm going to keep bashing, that's for sure.
Oh, for God's sakes. So yeah, 14th of August in Arcade Club in Bury in Manchester. I have currently booked my coach tickets, so I'm definitely going there. No, no escape now.
Yep.
Um, yeah. So if you are still on the fence and you still want to go, you're still thinking about going, Rapid 24 for 15% off your tickets.
You can come meet me and Pete in person and see how tall I really am. Just not
And you
that
can
tall.
also go and see how tall Mags really isn't.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Um,
But yeah, it's going to be one hell of an event.
it's gonna be so much fun. Like, that's not even a joke. Not that I would joke about it. It's gonna be so much fun.
Mm.
It's gonna be wild times. Haha, Kiley wild times. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. Also, WASD is confirmed that we will both
yes.
be at WASD in April, end of
Yeah.
April, final week of April, so the Thursday to the
So will
Saturday.
Mags.
I will be there probably for all 3 days.
I will probably be there for all 3 days. I don't
So
think
that's
Mags will be
the 25th to the 27th of April in London. So we'll probably end up doing a meetup on the Saturday
Oh yeah,
when most people are going to be available.
absolutely we will.
So we'll discuss and reveal nearer the time what the plans are. So if you want to come and say hello to us,
Yep.
we'll be roaming the floor.
And Mags will be there 2 days confirmed. Third day still not sure yet.
You just might not be able to see him over the rest of the crowd.
I could make some jokes, but this is the edited version of the podcast where I have to stay clean.
Basically, he's short and most people are tall.
But he's not actually, but that's okay. Because it's a meme at this point. Mike says really wants to go to WASD, WASD, but it just isn't possible for this year. Aw, Mike. I do hope
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mike says means I can skip cues. Mike says Kylie's getting defensive. Look, I've said it before. I can't say it on. I can't because it will get edited out. I have to be good on this family-oriented podcast.
See, I've been good this week.
You have been.
No tirades this week.
It's true. No rants from Pete, which means I won't say Mags only has to be this high to ride this ride. Jackson says I'll be trying to go on the day, but it will have to be a weekend. Not a problem.
Yeah,
sweet. Yes.
Yeah, we'll DM.
Yes, we are.
Mags,
We're finishing out right now, Mike, so I can get my perv on. Mike says just a little more. I love Mike. Mike's so good. I love when he's in chat. He makes me giggle. But we do thank you so much for joining us. If you are our dedicated, wonderful listeners, since I'm going to skip that, but you should also come check us out over on Twitch. Of course, it just said show. Twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews. And you can come watch the action because we do a pre-show and a post-show. Those are quite ribbled because they're unrestricted, uncensored. We can drink and smoke and cuss and stuff, which I actually just drank through the whole show, so it doesn't matter. But we do think, yeah, I saw it too.
Avoid the comment.
I'm not going to say it now. He. So if you're curious, podcast listeners, to what the comment is that I can't read on this part, you should come check us out so you can hear all the comments that I read after.
But if you can't watch live, the pre and post show versions do go up on YouTube at the same time as the podcast audio versions go up.
Please go watch them. I will be your best friend forever. But we thank you so much for joining us. And this has been a great show. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Pete,
so.
Okay.
I've enjoyed it about as much as a Nintendo Direct.
Oh dear. Oh dear. We thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye, Mario. Sunshine sucks.
Oh, yep. Mag says, so vanilla then. Isn't there like a level in Super Mario World that's called Vanilla something? There is. It's in Super Mario World. That should be the title of this show. Come on, Nintendo folks, y'all help us out. It's vanilla something. Guess what, though, people? I still
No,
have.
no, Kylie. I'm pissed at myself that I don't
I know you can't
know
remember it.
straight off the top of my head.
Is
Fucking
it?
most played game of all
Yes, it
time.
is. Is it the Star World or is it the Overworld?
It's somewhere in the overworld.
There
I'm
is.
sure.
Yeah. But anyway, chat, look at this. Guys, I've still got this much alcohol left. Has that ever happened? I don't think so. Do you think? And I still have a whole cup. Cup? Goblet. This is not a cup. This is a very expensive cut crystal goblet.
Oh, for
What is it
sakes.
called? What is it called?
Vanilla Dome. Third
Ah,
world.
Vanilla Dome. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the inside section just after the bridge section, yeah.
I remembered that, Pete. Let's put that note down
Well,
in the history books.
right, Sencho, that is an episode title right there.
That is very good. Sincho is
Excellent.
what, 5 for 5 at this point?
No, Nana named last week's episode, so.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, he's come up with some
yeah.
good ones, but he had a couple of good ones last week, but you know.
We did wrap up, Mike. I remembered that there was a world in Super Mario World called Vanilla something. Pete couldn't remember it. He had to look it up. It was Vanilla Dome.
And yes, I was pissed.
And now I will be soon.
Right. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. Chat, what did you think about that? What are your thoughts and feels on the Nintendo Direct? Because most of y'all are Nintendo fans. Mike says, Das ist wunderbar. I tried, Sencho. Das ist wunderbar, Sencho.
Wunderbar.
I can barely speak English. And when
also,
I do...
he did... Yeah, Karen. Sorry, Karen.
No, I was going to say, when I do, it's with a Texas accent anyway, so don't...
Yeah, he didn't rate my German earlier.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Sencho is dead. Nana says he thought the Direct was pretty good, honestly. Very good.
Because it had weep games. No, I'm joking.
Well, even Mike says, I thought the Direct was all right. So that's, it's vanilla. It's good. Only thing we didn't get... What?
Mag said, I thought the Direct was a thing that existed.
This is a thing that exists. It is a thing that happened.
It was. It definitely was.
And
then probably forget that it happened until we had to talk about the show.
There you go. Nana says, only thing we didn't get updates on was TTYD. Whatever. Yep. Remake. And that might be later in the year. Mike Tendo said, I would have appreciated it more if it wasn't for all the leaks. That happens so often. It's so frustrating.
True.
Sincho said, I must have missed it. What did you say, Pete? Oh, you're German earlier.
There was a German name. It was when we were talking Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll get the name. I'll see if I can find it in my.
I thought Simcho would chime in. I think he was away at the moment, but I like what Max says. Unlike Skull and Bones, which doesn't exist.
Oh, TTYD 1,000 Year Door.
Oh, okay, the 1,000-Year Door. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Sincho says you said Wunderbar really well, so I give it an 8.5. I guess. I get that reference.
It was the Chief Financial Officer, Gunnar Wiedenfels.
Words. Pete said words. It sounded vaguely German. Didn't Shaken Stevens sing about TTYD?
What? What?
Mag said that, not me.
I know, I can see the comments,
Oh, that's right. I still have so much alcohol to get through. Like, how?
Better start redeeming. I should be encouraging the chat.
Start redeeming them hydrates. Yeah, so what do y'all think of my ears? Do they look like fox ears? Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome. Figured that glass was looking a bit too full.
Thanks, Max. That means I have to chug the rest of this. Watch me fall asleep. I'm very sleepy. Do you guys know why? Because I stay up all night Friday night. Worth it.
I mean, it probably wasn't worth it playing Suicide Squad though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. The weird thing is, oh Mags, stop being modest. But the weird thing is though, well, I guess it's not that weird. I do enjoy Suicide Squad when it's not being a little bitch. It's a fun
Which
game.
is all the time.
I mean, if it would just... Mike can't redeem anything. It's currently out of stock. Oh, because I only put 4 wine chugs on.
Well, that's disappointing.
Well, I didn't want to kill myself. Joe said, round me down, huh? I like when you talk dirty. So do I. But anyway.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Never. Not in this chat.
No, I'm just telling Centro to go to horny jail.
Oh, goodness. Mike says maybe the 8.5 is in relation to your height. Well, I did call him Pocket Perfection on the show. A clip that I've viewed and showed many times.
And you have basically likened him to Link the Twink.
Oh, I love Link the Twink. I love that episode. And I love that episode title. It was so good. Thank you for naming it, Sincho. And thank you for Mike being on that show. Mike says, not quite a full 10, but a sizable 8.6.
How is he adding point of inches now?
Sincho says pocket perfection to handheld. It all makes sense.
Oh my god.
I do like handheld peripherals. It's true. Mike says I still have nightmares from that show. It was such a good show. Mostly because I drank and talked about Twinks. Which is my favorite thing to do. We have to admit.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Why lie? Why lie? Plus, Sincho and I have a twink list, you know. We rank them every year.
Of course you do.
Mike says that's why I have the nightmares. Sincho says we need more twink talk again soon. We do. We do. I've been quite censored in my talk. Last few weeks.
I still have PTSD from that night.
Sincho says Germans rank everything. Oh, okay. Well, I'm
you're
for
also
that.
You're also the nation of sausages.
I love sausage. You know who makes the best sausages? This is not a joke. This is not a sex joke. German and Polish people make the best sausages.
Oh, Polish sausage is amazing.
Oh, kielbasa. We have that. That's what we eat in Texas. Because here's a funny thing, Sincho, that you don't know. Texas was originally settled by German settlers. So a lot of our cuisine is German and Polish based, both of them.
So my uncle used to live out in Poland, so every time I would go there, I'd always bring back a big old kielbasa.
I bet you did, Pete. I bet you could handle that big old kielbasa.
No, it took about 2 hands to get out.
Was it a mouthful? It sure is a mouthful when I go after it.
It definitely was not.
Nana says they really do rank everything. Sincho says that explains a lot.
There was a reason why I was fat.
Mike says this is a lot of wiener talk for a gaming podcast. Wiener schnitzel is a very cool word. And we actually have restaurants called Wiener Schnitzels in Texas. But a Wiener Schnitzel is not a hot dog, even though we named our hot dog restaurant that.
Yeah, and hot dogs are made out of rat anuses, basically, you know.
I love hot dogs, I ain't gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, hot dogs are good.
And then we have schnitzel in Texas, but we call it chicken fried steak or, fried steak or whatever. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. Pete likes to grasp a Polish sausage with 2 hands.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. A
Also had a
two-handed.
curve in it.
Oh, goodness. I'm not a fan of curves. They don't fit on the bun, right? I mean, I'm being honest.
What happened to this show? This used to be family friendly.
Win. Literally win.
True.
So it just says we like them curved. Mike says harder, faster, stronger, better. Yes, I also love Daft Punk.
I just thought you were talking about Miss Marvel there. Oh, sorry, the Marvels.
Oh, goodness.
Pile of shit.
I am actually going to have sausage after the show. Sausage and chips. Which is
No.
a quite British thing to have.
Yes.
But I'm freaking starving. So guess what I did yesterday? This is not a joke. So I eat a lot of steak because I lift weights and I have to have a lot of protein, blah, 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 blah. So I started
Probably not the place to be saying that.
What, that I need a lot of protein? I do.
Well, chat, enjoy that statement.
I eat a lot of meat. But...
And that one too.
Yeah. Don't be clipping that. I'm still trying to be kind of clean here.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. But, so I fry my steaks in I have a cast iron grill pan.
Nice.
And what is it, masculine meat or feminine meat? I don't know. I tend to prefer masculine. I'm trying to make this sexy talk. It's just
It's meat.
I don't know. Why don't you ask Max? But what was I talking about? So yeah, I have a cast iron, like it's a French thing, La Crusette, whatever the fuck that's called. It's a heavy duty grill pan. It makes beautiful. Oh, Mike, that's so good. If it's a feminine meat, it would be a mistake. I should open a fucking restaurant called Mistake. Very good, Mike. You win the pun award. Yes. Pun awards tonight. Anyway, so yes, I started cooking my steak on this grill pan. Somebody was messaging me. So I ran into the other room. And can you see the 3 little dots where they're typing?
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, come on, I want to read it. And I just sat there waiting while they were typing. And then I started to smell smoke.
Oh, God.
I went in my kitchen. My kitchen was on fire. It's not a joke. That is not a joke. The grill pan was set alight. But I used to be a professional cook, so I knew I took the salt and I just poured tons of salt in it and it was fine. But oh my gosh, steak was ruined, burned to a crisp. And it's just such a Catley. But steak was ruined, burnt to a crisp. Whole entire house was filled with smoke, to the point where I was coughing, because it was actual flames and stuff. My pan is perfect. It's indestructible. It is is so good. I cleaned it up today. It looks fucking brand new. It's
So would you say that pan really Johnny Stormed?
It did.
Flame on.
It flamed on, and then I just scrubbed the burned salt bits out, and it was perfect.
I love those cast iron pans, but Jesus Christ, they weigh a ton.
They weigh a ton, and they're very, very expensive. I did probably pay as much for this pan as some people pay for their cars. It happens. That's a thing that exists. It's a massive pan. But like I said, I used to be a professional cook, so I like to have good tools. And also, I love steak.
I mean, who doesn't?
I love meat.
It was
Yeah.
quite funny though. So there's a bit. So there's a bit from a comedian from years ago, and I can't remember who it was, but it said about the awakening powers of the smell of bacon.
Oh, I love bacon. I love
So
American bacon and UK bacon.
so I was cooking up some bacon this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Not for my breakfast. It's actually for my sandwich for work tomorrow.
That's fine. Bacon's amazing.
I know. And just as I was doing so, Rachel just so happened to wake up, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, see, look, you might not
There
like
you go.
bacon, but you woke up to the smell of bacon."
See, it's weird to me when people don't like bacon. And I
It's
mean that
weird.
either UK or US. My sister hates the smell of bacon,
No,
despises
that's
it.
amazing.
Back in Texas, my house always smelled like bacon because I ate bacon a lot. She hated
It's
it.
funny because I got back from the cinema earlier, and I literally walked up the stairs into the flat. And I was just like, "Still smells like bacon here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great."
it just lingers. Oh, and it makes you so hungry. I just like, I love bacon.
Yeah,
Bacon's
that's
the
why I had my
greatest
dinner. I was like,
invention.
"Yeah, sweet."
And I love American streaky bacon. I know that grosses
Ugh,
UK. I know it grosses
ugh.
UK people out, but I
No,
love it.
usually I wouldn't have a problem with it. It was just every time I ate it in Vegas, it was just a pile of shit.
Oh, I love it. Mike, it does seem to be mostly women who don't like bacon, which is very strange to me. Um, I just love it. I love the way it
I'm
smells.
afraid to say, very strange people. No
Yes,
offense, no
women are
offense, Mike.
strange
I mean,
people.
no offense, Mike. Your partner is a lovely woman, but you know,
But she loves Serrano ham. I love Serrano ham too. Oh, frick. I have to say, I went to Italy last year for like 4 days. I have never ate as well as I did, and I can't. Oh, the food.
mm,
Mm.
yeah.
It was
I'm
amazing.
Nana. I'm actually going to agree with you here. So when I went to Aruba a
I
couple of
like
years
turkey
ago,
bacon. That's
they
okay.
had turkey bacon and turkey sausages there. They're really good. Really good.
Also, Cincho is also not wrong. I actually told Mags this. I
Oh,
love
I
cheese
fucking love cheese.
so
I
much.
fucking love cheese as well.
I love cheese more than I love chocolate.
Chocolate's okay. I like chocolate, but
I love chocolate. I
I
think
could
that's a
just
girl
munch
thing.
on I could fucking munch cheese, honestly.
Oh, fucking love cheese. I love it so much. Apparently in France, which I've never been to France, one day I will go. Um, but apparently in France, you can get a different cheese for every day of the year. They have like over 365 different types of cheese. I would
Please just
just
get me just a cheese subscription
yeah,
service rather than wine. Who gives a
exactly.
crap about the wine? Just give me the cheese.
Yep. Mike says cheese on meat is always a delight. I'm sure that could double as a sexual joke, but also, yes.
Ugh.
I love cheese and meat together.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, nobody wants cheese on their meat. That's pretty gross.
oh, that's
I
true.
meant like that. But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there is a reason why the Philly cheesesteak exists.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love sandwiches. I love cheese, and I love meat. Uh,
As you can tell clearly that I enjoy a sandwich as well because I put ever love and care into my BLT for work
oh
tomorrow.
gosh, yeah. No,
Yeah,
sandwiches
I
are
love a
serious.
BLT.
They're serious business. And then I will say that Northern Ireland has some great homemade bread. I don't know if that's UK wide or if that's just an Irish thing. Whew. We've got something called wheaten bread. I don't know if you guys have that.
Wheaton bread,
Wheaten bread.
like Will Wheaton.
Yes, like Will Wheaton.
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 Yeah. Okay.
That cool whip. But Cincho says I like the bare bones cheese slices the most. Butter cheese. I don't know what butter cheese is. It sounds amazing already because I love butter. Endemer,
Butter.
Gouda, Endemer. Yes, agreed. Nana, I need to try a cheesesteak. Nana, you'll love it. You will
Oh,
love
it's
it.
so good.
Cheesesteak is so good. Uh, as long as it's not cheese on your wieners, Pete. From Mike. Yeah, that's a thing you have to learn as a girl about boys.
What about
Anyway,
cheesy wieners?
okay, yeah. Cincho says that fancy blue cheese and stuff is a no go. So, blue cheese is a funny one with me. Now, this won't come as a surprise to anyone. I might be a little bit bougie. Might be. But blue cheese, I can maybe take like a piece, like that much. It's not my favorite. It smells like dirty socks. It's moldy cheese.
Yeah, I agree.
I hate it. I have to pretend like I like it if I'm around bougie people, but I don't like it.
There was a cheese that I really quite like. Hang on, I'm gonna find
There's
it.
a
I think
cheese.
you'd like this.
There's a cheese I absolutely adore. It is a French farmer's cheese. It's what poor people eat, and I think that's hilarious because they're like, "Oh, this is a humble cheese for the working class." Blah blah blah, and I'm like, "It's fucking delicious. Thank you very
There we go.
much. I'll eat
So
it
the
every day."
cheese, Mike might be able to tell you more about this one. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Cambosla.
Ooh.
It's basically a blue cheese that's like brie.
Okay. I
I
mean,
know. I
I'd give it a
well, no,
shot.
sorry, it's German. It's a German cheese, not
Oh,
Spanish
is
cheese.
it?
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it is unreally good. Like I like brie. I don't like blue cheese, but mixing the two together, oh my god.
Right.
Oh my god.
Right. Okay.
I think I might need to actually buy some now.
Yeah. No.
Good
Mm-hmm.
god.
Mike
What's
says
started?
bacon cheeseburgers are the best sandwiches. Yes. And also, if you take and you put in something like camembert or even
Oh,
Gouda or
fuck
something,
off. Fuck off.
and you smush it inside of the meat patty.
Oh, good God. I hate you. I now know what I need to do later on in the week.
What is that, Pete?
Get baked camembert.
Yeah, you can't beat camembert.
I fucking love this stuff. It's so good.
Camembert and halloumi for me, but yes.
I do love a bit of halloumi.
Welcome to
I'm going
Cheese
to
Talk.
I'm going to a Turkish restaurant in a couple of weeks, and that's always
Oh!
the starter I have there. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, Turkish restaurants are so good.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. We got a really good one, like not far from us.
We just got a new one, and it's like so good. They do everything from scratch in house.
Okay, fine. When you're over here for WASD,
Yes.
we'll take you to that Turkish place.
Yes.
They do good cocktails as well, from what I hear.
Yeah.
But the mocktails are great.
Well, I've already booked. Well, I haven't booked it yet, but I will be booking. Max is coming over here, obviously in April, and we're going on a 5-hour. I think it's 5 hour. It might be 3 hours. Cocktail tour.
Nice.
We get 8 cocktails each.
Good God.
It's gonna be so much fun. And then Mike says, "Cool whip." Yes, exactly. Nana made a clip. Thank you. Yes, 3 hours. That's what it is. Mike says, "I'll be blacked out. I'll be carrying him on my back like a backpack." Remember that, Pete? When I said Max will be my backpack. I'll carry him like a backpack. I really will.
God.
Cincho says avocado cheese sandwich is greater than all. Avocado is amazing on everything.
Not a fan.
Really? Is it the texture?
Not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the stuff.
Yeah. A lot of people are.
I don't eat guacamole because of it.
Oh, I love it so much. But see, I'm from Texas. I was raised on it, so I kind of don't have a choice, if that makes sense.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And exactly, Max says, because I'm going to the pub beforehand. Yeah. So
off to the pub.
Yes. Well, when Max and I are together, we just drink and eat curries the whole time.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Mike wins when it comes to puns. Yes. Cincho, that's what the French have all over the place. Georgian and Turkish cheeses are absolutely amazing. Ooh, I need to try those.
One cheese I quite like, but I've only just started to appreciate recently is feta.
Oh yes,
cheese. It's quite nice.
It's a Greek cheese. It is quite nice. It's very subtle flavor. It's very good in salads, obviously.
Yes.
Really good with if you like stuff like. Well, I absolutely adore vinegar. Any kind of like vinaigrette or sauce that has vinegar or anything like that.
We went out for dinner last night, and one of our starter when we went to a steakhouse was the breads that you get. So you get like ciabatta and sourdough, and you get balsamic vinegar with it.
That's so good.
I love it.
Oh yes. bruschetta or whatever it's called.
Bruschetta is nice.
Oh, I love bruschetta. Central says, so you'd say avocado is the Super Mario Sunshine of veggies, Pete?
No. It's worse than Mario Sunshine.
Oh, gosh. That's pretty bad. Mike says can't stand avocados, and you're over there in Spain where I think they probably have them.
Looks and tastes like snot. Yes.
Really? See, I don't get that. I don't get that texture. But again, I was raised in it, in that whole culture. So
molded by it.
Molded by it. I was raised in it. But it's okay to be wrong, Pete and Mike. Yes, exactly. Max says, I remember when they brought out that avocado and chicken sub to celebrate the Muppets film. It was shit, and so was the sandwich. They should have had frog legs and bacon. Sandra says, okay, Mags, rounding down now. Solid 8 at this point. Oh my gosh, I have to agree with Mags on this. Not a surprise, but also yes. You telling me the Muppet movie with Ricky Gervais was good?
No, it wasn't. No, it was a pile of dog shit.
And I love the Muppets. And no. Mike says his partner loves it. Right, okay.
Can't count for taste.
Nana says avocados are great, though. Agreed, Nana.
Yeah, Mike, let's be honest here. Your missus don't like bacon.
Wait. Mike says avocados, that is. So your partner loves avocados. Well, good.
Yeah, exactly my point. She likes avocados but doesn't like bacon. She is a weird one.
Oh, no way. Nana said, all right, I had my first burrito. Yeah, I know. It was pretty good. Wow. So...
Yeah, I do like a burrito.
So... Max and I, every time we hang out, we have burritos. Burritos and curries, that's our thing. So I've had burritos in Nottingham, Belfast. So far, that's it.
You will also have one in
I'll have one in Surrey, London.
And Surrey.
And Surrey.
Possibly. Depends.
And it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
And then to each their own. I don't care about the Muppets. Oh, wait, I don't care about the Muppet movie, but the avocado sandwich. Oh, okay. Mag says, I was talking about the Muppets film. Yeah, it's bad. It's just bad. They were super different avocados, though. I'd give really creamy ones a try. Well, see, that's where I'm confused. Now, this is another thing.
Oh, Centro likes creamy stuff.
No, okay, yes. Creamy's good. But here's the thing. Here's what I've noticed about Belfast specifically. They don't realize that avocados are ripe when they're smushy. They should be creamy, like Centro says. In Belfast, they don't know that. And so they cut them up where they're raw. And then they're like, oh, I don't like this. And I'm like, why are you eating it raw? That's disgusting. And then they're like, but it's not raw. So whatever. I'm from Texas. Listen to me. But they don't. Centro says, also fuck bacon. There you have it, Pete. Centro, what's wrong with you?
Fighting words, my man. Fighting words.
Exactly. And then Max says...
We might have to take this to whatever that new fucking League of Legends fighting game was called.
Max says they were good in Belfast, shit in Nottingham. Yes, Nottingham was bad for burritos. It wasn't good. And she didn't wrap it right. Oh, she made me angry. Centro says you made me say it. And it says, okay, I have a suggestion for your wife, Mike. Bacon cheddar avocado burger.
What?
Oh, it sounds like heaven to me.
Sounds like hell.
And then Mike says, damn, Cincho. Well, it's not his wife. I don't think it's his wife. But, damn, Cincho, you have chosen violence today. Nana says,
he has, yeah. He's on one today.
Exactly. I made those in the summer before leaving uni, and they were great. I bet they were. It's not a choice. It's a lifestyle, says Cincho. Mike says, haha, you love Nana, but keep that green stuff. Oh, haha, love you, Nana, but keep that green stuff away from my burgers, haha. Cincho says, I can teach all about the creamy guys. I bet you can.
Yes, 2XKO. What the fuck is that name?
OMG, Pete, it's called 2XKO.
Yeah, that Project L we were talking about, the League of Legends fighting game.
Oh, that.
That's the actual official name for it, and it's a pile of shit name.
The only thing I love about League of Legends is Arcane, the show on Netflix.
I think I'm resounded at this point to never watch it.
I know. No, that can be
No, I
on your
don't.
never
No,
watchers.
I don't actually have Netflix anymore.
Well, it's really good. Citrus has agreed, Kylie. I really did like it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sell the seven seas like Skull and Bones.
I don't care. I don't care enough to go looking for it.
I care too much.
I care very little at this point.
Uh-huh. But what are you watching anything of note whatsoever?
Well, obviously, Never Watchers is currently in progress. We
Uh-huh.
were supposed to record next week, but both me and Kurt haven't watched anything to
Right.
record. So,
It's my last glass, I think.
probably should be watching What If season 2, but
I
I've had plenty of games to play.
Did you see? It's not Marvel, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But James Gunn recast Pedro Pascal's character in the Harley Quinn series. No, not Harley Quinn. Sorry,
In Superman.
fucking Wonder Woman, 1984 or whatever.
You mean the fact that fucking Max appeared in Wonder Woman 1984, but is starting a whole new universe, so it's going to be in Superman Legacy.
Well,
and has been recast to Sean Gunn.
Yes, his brother.
It's just he's given his brother and his fucking wife too many jobs.
I mean, I'd probably do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Sean
I'm
Gunn's
into nepotism.
Yeah, but Sean Gunn was decent at times in the Guardians films, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a good actor.
He's in everything James Gunn did.
That's the problem. I'm getting bored of it.
But he was even in. I know I sound like a hipster, but I've been on the James Gunn train before anyone knew who James Gunn was.
Sliver was great.
No, before that.
No, I know, but I'm saying Sliver was great.
Oh, yeah, no, Sliver was great. Yeah. Sliver. Slither. Sliver's a different movie. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Cincho. No, not surprising the vegetarian in here calls bacon trash.
Hang on, who's the
vegetarian? You're allowed to do that. Cincho is.
Oh.
But what was I saying about James Gunn? Oh, so I was
I used to respect you, man.
I was really, really, really into B movies when I was younger. And Tromaville movies were like my absolute favorite. Yep. There is a movie called Tromeo and Juliet.
Oh, yes, I remember that film.
James Gunn wrote that. And there are points in that movie that are absolutely beautiful and romantic and just, oh my gosh. And it's a B movie. But the opening scene, this is not faked. This is not CGI, obviously, because it's like 1985. This is not special effects. It's Sean Gunn getting his nipple pierced. That's Brilliant. The opening scene. And I was just like,
Do you mean 1995, not 1985?
I don't know. It's like, I think it's like, yeah, early 90s, late 80s. So yeah, probably 1995. All those years blend together.
1996, Romeo and Juliet.
Is it really 96? Oh my god. Now, I wouldn't have put it at 96. I would have put it around 93, 94. So, okay. That shows what I know.
It is quite funny that it also came out in the same year as Romeo and Juliet, the fucking Baz Luhrmann. Was it Baz Luhrmann who made it?
It was Baz Luhrmann, and I liked it. People slag that off.
No, that film was fucking crap.
First of all, I love Shakespeare. I know a lot of people don't love Shakespeare. We've talked about that on the show. I fucking love Shakespeare. Fight me. Second of all...
Well, that's because you didn't grow up in a fucking UK school where you had to fucking learn it, and it was painful at best.
I mean, we did have to learn Hamlet, which made me love Shakespeare. But that's all.
Yeah, but if you essentially got fucking smacked in the face with Shakespeare every what you would call a semester.
Yeah, no.
Every fucking time.
So I love that. But then also, that was like the first movie I remember you could buy a CD. You could get the soundtrack on the CD, but it also was a CDI, like CD interactive, and it had stills from the movies and clips from the movies. I mean, this is like 1996, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. We're in the future now. And it was amazing. And you could get to the website from the CD and all that kind of stuff. I'm a dork and I loved it. Cynthia says, I'll teach you respect with Paul by punching into the walls. Pete, don't worry. And then Cynthia says, unless I get a DXGI crush. Cynthia, do you use the German twink on Tekken? Because you should. The guy that does the British guy's voice on Tekken 8, by the way, is from South Africa. He does a lot of voices.
Damn.
He does my favorite companion in Dragon Age, which is Finrey, the elf, twink elf. So it just says, nah, he's a stance character. Too complex for me at this point. Those twinks, they are complex, Sincho. But Pete's yawn is probably signaling time to wrap this up. And I am on my last glass. Guys, it took me that long to get through a full bottle.
Damn.
Maybe the redeems are good for my liver. Have you ever thought about that?
It might also go well with a nice Chianti. Horrific.
I love Silence of the Lambs. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Redeem faster next time. Exactly, Sincho. Chat, you let me down. Sincho says, why do I keep repeating the same words today?
Why can't I do it?
You can't do what?
I want to redeem a glass.
There's only 4 redeems because I will die.
Alright, fine. Have a hydrate instead.
Okay, I'll hydrate instead. Isn't it funny? I even brought an entire bottle of water. In the thought that I would knock out the wine pretty quick. There you go. Yes, but I think we're going to wrap it up. Cincho says you can take 8.5, Kylie. Oh, Cincho, you don't know the half of it. But...
That's 4.25.
You can definitely take more than that. But...
Why the fuck is Hot Fuzz trending on that shitty platform?
I like what Max says.
Oh, god damn it. End it now.
Let's prolong the torture. And Max says it's because it's like the anniversary of the film. Hot Fuzz is a good one. Wait. Cincho says, the solid 17 feet? Is that what you meant, Cincho?
Yeah.
17 feet is a little too much, even for me. But
oh my god, Hot Fuzz is 17 years old.
Oh my gosh, I'm really getting old.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, can we not talk about that?
I saw that film we got in the cinema.
Yeah,
for fuck's sakes.
I
Jesus
remember when
Christ.
it came out, Pete. I remember when it came out. I don't want to think
Kylie,
about
is it time to admit that we're fucking old?
I'm not old. I'm not. See, I can't eat yourself.
I am old.
No.
I had to cut my hair to get rid of the grey.
We're not old, Pete. We're not old.
I'm old.
No.
I am old. I'm older than you, remember that.
You have to fight it, Pete. Rail against the dying of the light.
I was old enough to see Shaun of the Dead in cinema as well. That was 2004. Fuck my life.
Oh my gosh. So Mike says, what's the matter, Pete? Never taken a shortcut before?
I always take shortcuts. It's what gets me to this position.
Oh, dear.
No, I meant sitting right here on a Sunday night.
Okay, because I have positions.
No, I never take that kind of shortcut. Thank you very much. I'd rather go for the hard detour.
No, I like short cuts. What's the matter? So just says, how do I do it? OMG, stupid measurements. 17. I don't know what you're trying to say because the single.
I think you mean 17 inches.
17 inches is still quite. That's quite a lot.
It's more than most people could ever handle.
Over a foot. It's almost 2 feet. Midlife crisis.
At that point, you might as well just have someone climbing out of you.
Oof. It don't work that way. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of does, but...
Is there any tread on the tires, or is it like throwing a hot dog down a hallway?
I've always hated that expression.
I don't know. I think it's funny.
I'm sure you do, because you're a dude. Mike Tindo says, you're not old if you still feel young. Let's see. Yep. I feel young. I feel young.
I feel wrinkles. That means I feel old.
Okay, let's use good metrics with the solid 17 centimeters then. Let's see. Half of 17 is what? Okay, yeah, you're right. 17 centimeters? Yeah, you're on target there. I can support
metric system.
Yep. Oh, which you guys don't know, and Pete's probably going to kill me, but Pete did recently have a birthday. I'm just saying that. I won't say when it was.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I won't say when it was. But if you do see him at WASD, WASD, you should wish him a happy birthday.
Never.
I'm bringing him his birthday present.
If you wish me a happy birthday, you're getting a swift fucking headbutt.
What if they're into that, Pete?
Well, then they do them. They can go and dribble in a corner. How about a nut kick?
Some people are into that too, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fully aware. Fuck you, Sencho. I know what that means.
Sencho says words that I can't pronounce. Is it happy birthday?
Of course it's happy birthday.
Mike says, I'll shot it from the creators lounge, then hide behind a sofa. You will never see me.
We don't see you anyway. You're about 2'1".
I do. I see him all the time.
I've met this man in person a few times. He's short.
I've met him and he's not that short at all. Our eyes are the same level.
Yeah, if you're bending down like that.
No, not at all. Like, the heights never actually come up. That's not a joke. Sincho hugs Pete.
I'm going to find you an image, right? I want to show this on screen.
Is it going to be Waki Taiti or whatever his name is?
Taika Waititi.
Yeah. That. Mike says I use a stepladder. Sincho says, heights never come up. That's right.
I'm gonna post this in. I'll post this in our Discord. This is what reminds me of you meeting Max.
Oh gosh, I'm pretty sure I know the exact meme that he's doing.
It's not a meme. It's an actual cover from a video game.
It's not like that. I have tons of selfies that you can go check out. We're not that different.
Okay, Sencho might appreciate this. I posted the image from Street Fighter Alpha 2's cover too.
It's not like that. I don't have sharp teeth and I don't have that many muscles.
You're white.
He knew it exactly, Pete. I don't have that many muscles, you know. I've got some muscles.
Sencho, you're redeemed. You're now my favorite
goodness.
again.
No.
That was outstanding.
It was not like that at all.
Oh, that was good.
That is hilarious that he totally guessed it without even knowing. That is hilarious.
That is a man of culture. He knows.
Max says letter gets an 8.5. Or is
Yeah,
that what you're
it's
calling
putting
it?
in work. It's putting in work.
Oh, it's 10 out of an 8.5.
That stepladder needs a raise.
Look, that stepladder gets a raise every time. No, Max. We definitely don't need an extension. For sure. That was the perfect time for the sad trombone, Pete.
No, this is where I wish we had custom sounds where I could reference Daytona USA, the time extension.
Daytona. Sinjo says, is it one of the fancy foldable ones? It's in the details. It's in the game. Max says, but it could get me to higher places, like a sink. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. We're sinking quite low in these jokes, that's for sure. Well, there's no deficit in my department, is all I know. Twink in the sink, another love story. Max says at cinemas. Straight to the pond. Following day. Sinjo said I'd go see it. I know you would, Sinjo.
Can we end this yet?
It got a rating of 8.5. Yes. We should end this. Sinjo says I'd pay €8.5 for that ticket.
That's all it's worth.
Max.
Probably how much it would make at the global box office.
Max says put that on your movie podcast, Pete. Never watchers.
What, Twink in the sink?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we'd get a ban off podcast platforms for that.
Oh, I love it so much. But, yeah, I guess we're going to wrap it up.
Oh, damn, I need Discord Nitro gear. You know what I need right now.
I do. Is it really only on that one?
It's because it's on another channel. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I just get the generic crap.
That's, yeah. That's sad. Yeah, you need that. Max needs it too for his stuff. He got the sad trombone, but now he needs emotional damage.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need the emotional damage.
Yeah. Sintra says, alrighty, folks, stay healthy and see you next time. Chat, if you want to get any last words in, we are going to wrap this up. You guys have been beautiful as always. We enjoy your company so much.
Near 3 hour stream.
It's true, but to be fair, the podcast itself was only like an hour and a half or something. We did really well.
But does that make it any better?
Yes, it's because we're interacting with our community, our beautiful.
I know we are.
Mike says emotional damage.
Yeah, exactly. We need that right now, but it's not happening.
Yep. Pete has to get nitro for that. A fellow Steven. Is it hey or ha watcher? I don't know how to pronounce that. But we're going to wrap this up. I have to go get a haircut first thing in the morning. Can you believe that?
What time?
Well, I have to be there at 10.
That means you'll be there about 10:30 then.
I was going to say, which sounds later, but for me, that's really early. I probably will be there about 10:15. And then they'll be like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I do this every time. And Mike says, oh, that's the Chinese YouTuber who says emotional damage. They made a song out of that, Mike. I love it.
What?
It's great. They did. They sampled it and made a song out of it.
Hang on. I'm now needing to find this.
Yes, go look it up. It's really good.
Meme song.
Yes.
Instrumental. Oh,
not instrumental, but
no, of course
it's
not.
like a dance remix or something. Yeah, Mike says yes, they did. They did. It's really catchy. Emotional damage. Great. So that's gonna be stuck in my head all night. Thank you so much, Pete. They mixed it up with Bastille. Yes, Mike
Is
knows.
it a trap version?
There is a trap version, which I do
oh,
like.
Oh god,
but...
the trap version sucks ass.
But there's one where they mix it with Pompeii. It's really good. I like it. It's good. It's terrible. Pompeii is so crazy.
Oh, for God's sakes. That's fucking terrible. That is awful.
But I think we've hit the 3-hour mark, which we did not intend to do. But hey, it happens sometimes. So thank you so much to everyone joining us and hanging with us. We've enjoyed it. We hope you've enjoyed it.
Just one last thing. I need a question answered from the chat.
Okay.
Out of morbid curiosity, should I go and see Madam Web?
Oh, right. That's a good question. I would like to know that too, chat. What do you think? Oh, goodness. Because that's not technically the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Max says no, fuck it right off. Nana says don't, lol. Masidro says I never join because I never leave. There you go. It's true. Citro's just always there, never presence. So I think
oh, fucking hell, really? I missed out something from Diwrecked, by the way.
What's that?
There was something that happened in the Japanese Diwrecked that managed to piss everyone off.
Not surprised, but what was that?
Mother 3 coming to the GBA service.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
They finally got Mother 3, but fucking Japan only.
Oh my gosh! I wish we'd known that beforehand. We could have talked about that.
I forgot about it. I forgot about it.
Well, we'll talk about it next week for sure. That's too many people are affected by that, so we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should see Madam Web, which is weird to me because she's an old lady in the comics, and I was very confused.
Oh, I am aware of that.
But I'm very confused most of the time.
I've also heard so many. I've heard so many things about it that actually all the other Spider Women characters are literally only in their costumes for about 3 seconds, or maybe a minute at most, and they use that in the advertising from fucking loads of it.
I'm so over it. So over it. Mike says free Mother 3, yes. And Nana says yes, it's bad. So skip it. It's
okay. I know it's bad, but out of morbid curiosity.
I know.
Out of Morbius curiosity.
Oh. Very good, Pete. We are over 3 hours, Pete.
I know.
That's insane.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, teaser for next week. There is a big game coming out next week.
Ooh, what platform?
PS5.
Ooh, that should give you a heads up. And Mike says my partner wanted to watch that, but I said no. Interesting. Then it says destined for rebirth. Oh, is that what it is?
It might be some rebirthing of some sorts.
Disgusting, but yes, we will definitely be talking about that.
Yes.
We watched.
I'm hoping to actually get some fucking time in on it. Yeah.
You need to. Night Swim. Is that like a scary thing?
I don't know. Sounds like one of those naughty movies that Mike likes.
I want to see something really, really scary. I did get someone told me to watch a Korean horror movie.
Apparently like the Korean horror films are like really
they're supposed to be really messed up, like in your head and stuff.
Yeah.
I will never watch Saltburn. I have no desire to see Saltburn. Thank you, Cincho. You can fuck right off with that shit. I like horror movies. I don't like whatever the fuck Saltburn is. Um,
What the fuck?
exactly, Max. There's 3 scenes in Saltburn, and that's one of them.
Oh, right. Okay.
Fuck
Is
right
it a
off
film
with
that you?
that shit.
Is it a film that you two watch together?
No, I'm never watching it. I don't
Okay,
think Max
fine.
is gonna watch it either.
Oh, apparently Night Swim is a Blumhouse film.
Oh, okay. I do like Blumhouse. I do like Blumhouse. Yeah. I refuse to watch that shit. Yeah, I ain't touching that shit. Sorry, that is. I know we might have some people in chat who are like all into art films and all that stuff. No, fuck that shit. There's 3 scenes in there, and I'm like, no.
Is it bad that I've just searched up Night Swim and I've seen one of the actors is called Kerry Condon, and I thought it said condom.
Nice. My hair is a Bloomhouse, so it might as well be. But, Nana says, also in the Japanese direct was Reignatus, a game that is inspired by Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, and it shows. Ooh, very nifty.
Nice.
We might talk about that next week. Anyway,
Okay.
we are going to wrap it up because guess what? It is over 3 hours, and we try not to do that. But we are glad you guys stuck around for it. I'm glad Pete stuck around for it. It's fun.
I need to upload this stream.
You do, and probably edit it a little bit. But that's pretty good. I didn't say any curse words. I didn't say nothing bad. Only till the very, very end. I said a couple bad things, but even then,
that's why I don't particularly care. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, we'll get in trouble from the higher ups later.
It's better to apologize than to ask permission.
That's what I love that saying. What is it? It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
That's it. Because I do stuff all the time, and I'm just like, sorry, and then people are like, oh, fine, all right, you already did it. Ooh, nice. Max says my fave Blumhouse film was Upgrade. Superb film. I just love Blumhouse.
Nice.
It's very good. Cheesy. I love cheesy stuff. Oh wait, Max, we watched a Blumhouse film, didn't we? We watched that was Invisible Man, wasn't it a Blumhouse movie? I'm saying Bloom. It could be Blum. I'm not good at words. But regardless, we watched Invisible Man. That was so good. It was like shockingly good. I really enjoyed it. Pete, are you frozen or are you just in disbelief?
I'm just checking something out.
Oh, okay. So anyway, yes, I really enjoy Blumhouse films. So there. I said it. I'm going to leave now. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. You guys have been amazing. Pete's a little bit more rude than I am. But anyway, we hope to see you next week. And enjoy your week. And we will see you next Sunday. Bye.